This is The Bad Listener with Danny Stroh.
A phone in itself is
Too
such a
much. Too
time-consuming
much.
distraction in life. I mean, it's a great tool, but if you let it, I feel like it could be such like a negative distraction in your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this thing made banking so much easier. You don't have to like write checks and pay bills
It
and
makes a million things
yeah,
easier. I mean, like,
GPS.
I've thought about a million times if there was a way for me to get rid of my phone, but it's almost like impossible now. I mean, even just because of work alone, like, I don't even have a home phone. Like, how would they contact me? Like, you really can't. It's
Yeah,
hard.
you're really like
But there's just so many things like email, like, we're gonna carry around a laptop. Like, it's crazy. There's like almost nothing
yeah.
you could do.
You just have to like
I mean, you could like
really
airplane mode it and stuff like that. I know a
you
lot of
have
people
to
do that
really
now, right?
discipline yourself to just not
Go on it, yeah.
go on it.
But not
That's
having social media definitely
oh,
helps. Yeah.
that's a huge positive thing. I always justify keeping social media because I feel like that's a way that I'm gonna
Get your name out. Yeah.
yeah, not my name because I don't think like that anymore, but share the gospel. Get the
Okay.
name, get yeah, like get the message out, you know? Not so much me,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's how I
But
justify
through
it.
you. So I mean it is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way,
yeah.
yeah.
In turn, yeah, me.
I always think about that. I'm like, how does Forrest Frank like justify this type of stuff? I guess because he thinks of it as, oh, I'm spreading the word. And it's like, but it's so much fame focused on you. I'm like, that's gotta be,
Very
you know what
hard.
I mean? Because like people probably look to him and he's probably like, no, you gotta look to
Yeah,
God. Like,
yeah. I mean, if he's in the right headspace,
right,
because
right.
I mean, even for like a normal person that doesn't have that much people constantly like complimenting you and
Right.
looking at your stuff, and we get stuck in our pride all the time, just regular
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah.
So I could imagine like the more temptation to like let that build your pride, like all the praise from the people that, yeah, that's got to be like super hard to deal with, to keep your pride in check.
Well, there was I don't remember the whole story. Maybe you heard it, but there was something where like he didn't show up to some type of award ceremony because
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
you heard
I
about.
heard about that. Yeah. Um,
And I felt like that was kind of the because like it wasn't supposed to be about him, you
he
know.
felt well, it was a personal conviction
Right, right,
from God with him because like there's other Christian artists that went there. It's like,
right,
are they doing the wrong thing? No, God just
right, right.
personally told Forrest Frank, don't go. I forget the exact reason.
He might not have gave one, but
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like a perfect example type of thing where you're there so people can praise you, and it's kind of like,
Well, I think it's all in your heart while you're there.
no, no, no. Well, yeah, why you're there, but I'm saying your reasons for being there. But I'm like the whole process of going to an award ceremony, so people give you an award, like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I think that's what his
right?
point was. But
Yeah,
then what I do remember is Jelly Roll came to the performed at the Christian
yeah,
award thing
yeah, yeah.
with Brandon Lake because they
Okay,
have that song
yeah,
together,
yeah. I
Hard
saw that.
Fought Hallelujah. So, and I remember Jelly seeing something online. Jelly Roll said something to Forrest Frank, like he called him out. He was like, and this is all for the glory of God. This ain't us in our pride up here. Like he basically called out, like
Yeah,
it's okay to do this. You don't have to like hide from this to
right.
be righteous or whatever. And I remember Forrest Frank's response, which was very cool to me. He's like, it was a personal conviction. Why I didn't come from the Lord. Like the Lord gave me a personal conviction not to go. And he's like, I'm actually happy you're saying this, Jelly Roll, because I like this conversation of money getting paid to serve God.
Yeah,
It's like a weird thing.
it's a weird conundrum. Yeah,
So But what he said was the answer. He goes, but yes, I do make a lot of money off of my worship to God, but you don't know what I do with my money.
Right.
I could be giving every cent to like poor people, like,
Right.
and at the end of the day, like we're all accountable to God at the end of our life. So who's Jelly Roll to be
Right.
telling him? That's what he said. He said something like that, like, yeah, but you get paid to worship. And he's like, yeah, no, I know we should have this conversation. Like, it is weird, but that's what it comes down to. What are you doing with your money? Like, I think
There was not to go off topic, but there was a recent video that somebody sent to me. Were you aware of the hidden camera video on Jelly Roll?
no.
Basically, I mean, I'm gonna paraphrase here. I don't know his exact words. I only watched the video once. But basically, it looked like he was in some type of green room somewhere talking to people, and the camera was kind of like hidden, like it was somebody's phone or something. And basically, him just saying how he's like tricking all these people into thinking he's Christian.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't
You
know
gotta
either.
watch with AI and stuff today
I
too.
mean, listen, though, it could have been dubbed over. I have no idea. But, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's funny because, like, you know, that's kind of like every artist out there in the real world is like you're putting on a show to create, a lot of these people.
Yeah, but I feel like wouldn't people not want to, like, I was always afraid to say I'm Christian in public because like we
Yeah.
have Christians have such a bad rep in the world
I know.
that I'm like, I don't want to be like boxed in with them. Like,
Right.
so for him to be publicly saying I'm a Christian, what, to gain all the Christian money? I mean, that
Well, I
would,
think it's because of the genre, right? Like he's kind of like this country in between type of genre thing where he can kind of do the hip hop and the country and
so
stuff
what,
like
it would
that.
be more money from
Well,
both?
I'm
Or
saying if you had to pick a genre that had the most Christian listeners, it would be country. So, I mean, if you really wanted to solidify a base of people that were going to support you, you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. What would his motive be? More money?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%. Because of the if that's true. I mean, again, I don't know.
Yeah,
This
we
was
don't
a
know his heart,
video.
and
I
I
mean,
don't
I
want
could try
to.
to find it again. Yeah,
I would never like try to judge someone's heart.
No. No, but yeah,
But
I
that's
thought of that
funny.
too. Like, it's funny because I feel like now you would get more support. Like maybe not like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but I feel like now you would get more support coming out as Christian than,
They're
you know what I
not.
mean? Than not, or like to not, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, so here's the thing.
You got to look at the views, followers, subscribers of secular artists compared to the
You
views.
can't really compare
Why?
because it's an over dominating force of secular artists.
So meaning the
What I'm trying to
subscribers
say
would
is-
be
is-
less. What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is you're talking about you're take 1,000 artists and out of 1,000, 2 of them are Christian. Like you can't really compare the success of the rest compared to those two. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not an equal pool of people to pull from.
Because there's more
The
secular listeners.
The only way to test is if somebody with some amount of fame came out as Christian, would their followers go up or down? Would they sell more tickets or less tickets than they had previously? That's the only way to really tell.
What? Like if a secular artist
Right.
just started making Christian music
Right.
and said, that's all I'm going to do. Well, he would lose all the secular listeners who don't want to hear that. At a point in my life, I didn't want to hear Christian music.
True.
Right?
But I'm not even talking about.
I mean, I don't
I'm
even
not-
know if you listen to, you're a Christian. I don't even know if you listen to Christian music.
Well, my point I was going to say was not necessarily making only Christian music, just coming out as a Christian. And maybe you have like one or two, because that's the new. I don't know if you've been paying attention. Well, maybe you haven't.
I don't pay attention to much online or news or nothing.
So there were a few artists last year who've never talked about Christianity, hip hop artists who've put one track on their album as a Christian track. And I
I'm trying to
feel,
think who you're talking about.
I'll tell you, it's Jid put out the God Does Like Ugly, and he did the song Glory, which is, first of all, it's probably the best song of the album. Like, just the whole way.
Jid, I might have listened to him from hearing your podcast because I don't know, like I don't follow a lot of hip hop.
I know, but I'm saying, like, it's almost this thing where they're kind of like dipping their toes into this. Like, maybe they're Christian and they can't. They're the same thing. They're afraid to lose their secular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, all right, if the artist comes out and says, "Yeah, I'm Christian, praise be to God," but only does like maybe 2 or 3 songs on an album dedicated to Christian or worship,
Like
and then
with
the
a
rest he does
Christian
whatever.
message, you're saying, like an actual
Yeah.
song that has a Christian message in
Right.
it.
I mean,
What are you trying
you
to
think
say?
that's going to hurt? You think that everybody who's not a Christian
Oh,
is going to be
no.
like, "Oh, I'm not listening to it anymore." You put one
No,
Christian
no,
song.
no. I
That's my-
think they're gonna be like, oh, I just don't
But
like
not
that
every
song on
Jelly
the
Roll
album.
song is about.
Oh
Christian.
no,
That's my point.
No. But this
So
is
what does he have to lose? Is my point. He only has to gain at that point. You know what? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
For him to say, "Oh, I'm Christian," now you're gaining the Christian fans,
Yeah.
but you're not losing any of your original followers.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Unless he just starts making all Christian content songs,
Maybe.
then like secular listeners are gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to hear that stuff.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
Or people will come to Christ and be like,
well, that's why it's
Yeah.
almost weird seeing him and then the rapper Danny Brown first
really, Danny Brown?
first
I
track,
didn't.
his new album, which I don't even really not that I don't like it. It's got some good songs. It's very electronic, experimental dance type. He's like at the forefront of working with every artist who's making a genre of music that you've never heard of before. Like, he's always been that way.
Yeah.
But
Different. He
very
shoots for different.
Well, I think he just likes to experiment with new sounds, and he likes to do different things, and he doesn't want any album to sound the same. Every single album sounds different. But the last album he did,
which is honestly frustrating as
a listener,
yeah, because
because you expect something.
Yeah, you like an artist for their certain sound, and then you're listening to the album and you're like, this isn't what I like from you. Like, I want to hear more of what I did like from you.
Well, so I actually had this debate on another podcast. I think there's a short out on it, but like my whole thing was I do this with like bands, where bands would have this sound, their signature sound that they'd make albums, and you heard a song, you knew it was them. They were all great.
You love that sound.
But now what happens? Like, let's try something new. Let's try to change the sound up. And what happens is,
why does an artist want to change?
You're an artist. What do you mean? That's the whole point of being an artist, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you want to experiment, do different things, switch it up.
I mean, listen, I mean, you can go down a lot of different paths with this, but my point was, what would happen was they would put out an album that sounded different. It wasn't bad, but it didn't sound like their other albums, and their fans would lose their shit because they did. This isn't what you sound like. So, like, my argument was, if they were going to do that, why not just go under a different name? Because now
you're losing fans. They don't want to hear your next album. They kind of lost interest now in you.
Well, what would happen?
Is that what you're saying?
What would happen is you would lose ticket sales probably, because now you're starting over.
Well, lose fans,
right?
Lose ticket sales, same thing.
But I mean, not like being like not telling them who you are, but just my point is, like, if you were looking.
Oh, you're talking about starting a new. I'm saying
no. I'm saying you want to change your sound, but do it under a different moniker,
a new name. Yeah.
So like this album is under a different name. I'm just looking at a point from I'm looking through music, right? I find an album I've never heard of this band before. Now I'm listening to it with fresh ears. I'm not expecting anything. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah.
So it's.
It might be more successful that way.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it may be successful, but it'll first of all bring you a broader audience, because now what about all the people who know your stuff and don't like it, and now see it? Oh, I'm not listening to this. I know I already don't. Like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
You get a second chance.
So you're losing it from both sides. You're losing it from your fans who want to hear your old stuff, and from people who don't like your old stuff, aren't even giving your new album because they think it's the same as the old stuff. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you were going to change your sound that drastically,
But then they're basically starting out as like a new artist on the market because they're not branded. They don't
not
have
technically
the
no. I mean, it depends on how you do it. Technically, no. I think it would probably be a pain in the ass as far as like paperwork goes and like financial stuff and stuff like that, because you would have to like create like a whole new,
LLC.
yeah, like it would, I think that would be a pain in the ass. But like,
Well, I'm
if
talking
you were
about
open about it, like when the album came out, if you were open about it, like, oh, that's us, like we'll play those songs at our concert, that's fine. I'm just saying from your first listen, because that's all you need is that first listen.
yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
what I'm saying is when they go to promote the album now, how are they promoting their album? They're basically like an underground group. If they have a new name just coming up, how are they gonna?
Well, not
I guess they
necessarily.
would know all the ins on where to. They know all the people in the industry to promote it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, you would promote it the same way you would promote your other albums. It's
Yeah.
just if somebody doesn't realize that it's you, the thing that comes up, because like a lot of guys do this in different bands where they'll have multiple bands at the same time. We're like, all right, I'm with these guys doing this band, but then I'm also working with this band and doing this. Like
Yeah.
it's the same guy, maybe like or maybe it's like two of the same band members or whatever.
Who
I
for
don't
example?
know.
Who for example?
No, I was off the top of my head, I was thinking of a metal band. There was a metal band that the guy, and I didn't know that, and that's same concept. I didn't know it was that guy until afterwards. Somebody actually told me, they're like, "Oh, you know, that's from the guy from the other band." And I'm like, "Oh, I had no idea."
Vocalist?
Probably. I didn't even.
I'm like, how do you know him? From his voice? Like he's a vocalist or
No,
he's a guitar?
I'm
He's
just
a
whoever he is. I'm just saying that he had started a project and then started another project with somebody else
with
or
another,
whatever,
yeah,
and now has
two different
two
names.
successful metal bands under different names. Where if you didn't know that the same guy was working on both projects, you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But that was my point. Like, because I listened to that not knowing that, like, if I would have known it was that guy, I would have had like, you know, a certain, oh, I know what this is going to sound like type of thing.
yeah,
But because I didn't, and the sound is pretty different, you know
mm,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't know. And I mean, I was trying to think, there like hip hop artists who used to
Well,
do
I'm
that.
thinking of Eminem.
Uh, well, what was his one?
Well, Eminem, you're expecting a certain sound, and then all of a sudden, he has a different sound after what? Encore? What album? He started
Yeah, probably
rhyming
Encore, I
like
guess.
I don't know, just a different way, and I didn't like it
Yeah,
anymore.
neither
I
did I.
like the
Neither
old
did I.
Eminem,
Yeah,
and
I
then
agree.
that new, I was like, I don't really like this. But I do like Infinite, which is very different than Slim Shady LP.
Well, Infinite is Infinite is crazy because I feel like he can remake that album with like a better producer
Yeah,
and it would be like a top album because like his rhymes on there are amazing.
yeah,
Like, so some of his best work is on there,
I think
but
so.
because the production is
But
so like
his whole
horrible.
cadence and everything, he was
Oh
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
so
yeah,
laid
yeah,
back
yeah,
and like, yeah, I liked, but that's a whole different style than Slim Shady LP, but really good.
yeah.
So you could do two different styles, but they just both have to.
Here's a perfect example. MF Doom. You know, he had multiple monikers. Actually, almost every album he did is
I never dug into MF
okay.
Doom. I mean, I've heard songs and I liked what I heard,
So
but I never dug into him like
he
that.
made an album, Victor Vaughn, as in that was his name, Victor Vaughn. He made an album, King Ghidorah, and
What,
that was
like that was the artist name?
and the album name. But he didn't. I don't think he chose. Well, maybe a King Ghidorah. I think Victor Vaughn was just Victor Vaughn.
Does he sound different on him? Or you could tell it's him?
You can tell it's
Oh,
him,
all right.
but I guess maybe he was just like, okay, I'm gonna try different style of beats or whatever it is, like, you know what I mean? And then even when every time,
He's a weird artist. Did he
yeah,
pass
he passed
away?
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
he passed away in 2020. But yeah, he
Rest in peace, MF
rest in
Doom.
peace, MF Doom. Um, one of the best ever, as far as I'm concerned. But
A lot of people say that.
I do.
He I don't know. This is what I've noticed with music with me. This is someone either catches my interest or they don't. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they catch my interest. I don't know if it's their cadence, their voice, the beats, their something spiritual that I'm connecting with. I don't know really why certain people do it. Like, for instance, Jay-Z never caught my interest. I like Reasonable Doubt. I like that album, but like his sound, his whatever, never caught my interest. Where, that's a lot of people's top favorite hip hop artists. A lot of people.
Yeah.
So, and I love hip hop, and I love Nas, Mobb Deep, Biggie, Wu-Tang, like certain, Gangsta, like certain hip hop artists from that era really caught my interest. But then for whatever reason, Jay-Z never caught my interest.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Like,
well, he was very commercial. And I feel like his style was more of that style that was more prominent in the 2000s. That was basically listen, I mean, I feel like I tell everybody this, but I don't really see Jay-Z as a true artist. I see him as somebody who was looking to make money. And I think he would admit that, or has admitted that.
I
in the
feel like
past,
he'll say that in music. Like, I'm a businessman.
Right. That's what I'm going to say. He basically says, okay, this is what the people want to hear. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's not art anymore.
Because if you listen to Jay-Z, actually, even before Reasonable Doubt, with like the Big L freestyles, he used to rhyme, and maybe before the Big L freestyles, he used to rhyme a different way. He would be like super fast. He would be like, and like, and then he learned, if you go slower, I don't know who he learned it from. Maybe Biggie, I don't know, but he learned if you rhyme slower, actually, more people are gonna like it. So he started.
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, people love that. Actually, it's funny. Somebody just reached out to me to get on a song. Actually, he's like a guitar guy. He's making an album, but he wanted like a rap verse on it. Christian album, whatever.
Okay.
And he wanted my verse, and he he sends me the beat, and I write a verse. I send it back to him. I like record it on my phone, and he's like, yeah, it's good. He's like, do another verse. This time, do it like Busta Rhymes, like a skibidi, and he started like rhyming like that. And I'm like, I can't just like rhyme a certain way. I rhyme how I want to rhyme. I can't just. I'll try to rhyme faster if that's what you're looking for, but I can't just fake personality and cadence. And when you're an artist, you have to just do what you feel like doing on a beat. Like, you can't. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but that was funny.
But that's what the record labels do. That's the whole. That's why I think Jay-Z. I mean, like, he made his own record label, but that is part of the thing with Jay-Z was like, okay, this is what they want to hear. This is what'll sell on the radio. And I think he worked in conjunction a lot with the record labels to figure out what would be popular on the radio. And that's what he did. I mean, you don't go from making Reasonable Doubt to H to the Izzo. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's clearly made for the radio.
Yeah.
Like, it was just as more time went on, you can tell that it was just more and more created for people who didn't really like it. Was but this is the way I look
commercial,
at it. If they play it at a wedding, it's not real hip hop.
I mean, it's poppy. It's more pop than hip hop.
But it's
which, a lot of like pop hip hop. In my opinion, like a lot of pop hip hop songs sound good and like have a good vibe and catch my interest. It seems like, but from what I hear you talking to people on the show, you're more into the gritty. Like, you just want to hear the more gritty New York boom bap. Well, I know Kendrick Lamar is like,
I think Kendrick Lamar
your top.
Yeah,
he's like top.
I think he's the GOAT.
Yeah. He never caught my interest.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? Like,
But
some people just won't catch some people's interests
okay.
for whatever reason.
But when you say catch your interest, does that mean you listen to them once and then you're like, I can't, I'm not. Well, because I say that because I don't,
No,
I,
no, more than
a
once. I'll
lot
give
of,
it more than
a lot of
once.
styles, I feel like there's constantly going to be new genres of music coming out, new styles of hip hop coming out, new styles of every genre coming out. But some of it, like, and I do this all the time where I'll be like, oh, I can't stand this guy. Yeah, I heard, it came out a new album. And then a year later, I'll be like, that's one of my favorite albums because, like,
Hmm.
it's almost like an acquired taste. It's
Hmm.
the first time
Trying to
you
think if
hear
that happened with
anything,
me, with
the first
anyone.
time like you hear anything, you might not, it's trying something new that you don't, you're not used to it. You're not used to the sound. And I'm like, that was probably the same with me with MF Doom. I probably the first time I heard MF Doom, I'm like, this is boring. I'm not listening to this anymore. But then like you start listening to him more and more, and then like you start to like the cadence, you start to like his flow, and then he's got all these good rhymes, it's funny because
Hmm.
I kind of tried to backtrack some of these artists that are very popular in like the underground scenes. Not, when I say very popular, I mean not on the radio. Nobody who listens to the radio or isn't familiar with other hip hop is not going to listen to them, but they're super, super popular. I can name artists right now who are super popular that I can't get into, but I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised if a year or two down the road, I'm like, that guy's one of the greatest. You know what I mean?
What, like Rock Marciano?
No, not like Billy Woods. If you ever listen to Billy
I
Wood,
don't know.
listen to Billy Woods. For me, it's so hard to get into Billy Woods. Not
And
saying
he's
he's
very
bad.
popular. Like, a lot of people.
He had, I mean, top 10 on Rate Your Music. He had top 10 album last year. I mean, he had, I think when he did Ethiops might have been number one on the year of every genre across all genres. His style is just it's almost like it's closer to like poetry than it is like hip hop. It's very,
What do the beats sound like?
I mean,
Drumless?
dude, he does beats. He does albums with Alchemist.
Oh, drumless. Like the
He does
new.
drumless. He does. They're not all drumless, but he does a lot. Drumless, I like. It's not
No,
the beats.
I like
It's not the
drumless
beats that I
beats.
don't like. I actually like drumless a lot. It's just his style is just so flatline. It's crazy. But like even
Monotone.
yeah, and monotone is just it's so
Because Rock Marciano is very
it's like
monotone.
talking. It's just like talking.
Rock
Like
Marciano is
slowly
very
talking.
talking, and I'm very
No,
interested in Rock
yeah, I guess
Marciano.
it's similar to Rock Marciano, I guess, but it's not to that level. Like
It's even more monotone, more
yes, it's
talking.
even more
Okay,
toned down.
okay.
And it's just crazy that people. I mean, to me, I'm saying this now again. Like I said 2 years from now, I'm gonna say he's one of the greatest ever. And
He's not that big. 27,000 subscribers.
I'm saying
Not
it's
that
not
much.
popular as far as nobody outside of like the hip hop world is gonna know it. Even people who are like hip hop aren't gonna
Let's
know
see
it.
how many views he's getting on his music
He's
videos.
doing albums with Alchemist. You're gonna tell me he's not.
Alchemist, I guess, works. It's a pretty underground too. It's
I mean, he doesn't work with radio guys. But that's my point.
460K views on a music video. That's a lot. That's 500,000, right? 478K.
I don't think the guy has any money problems. Put it that
Oh,
way.
really? You think he's living good
Oh yeah.
off of his music? Nice.
I mean, if Rock Marciano is, I think he is. Sure.
if Rock Marciano's, okay, Rock Marciano. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know these
either.
guys' financial.
I feel like if we're saying their name, they're living pretty.
I will say this. Let's look up Nems, because Nems quit my job at a certain point, and I guess he reached a level where
Well, I mean, yeah, but what?
311K subscribers.
Damn, that's a lot of subscribers.
Let's see. Oh yeah, 1 million views on the music video.
Yeah, 1, 2. Well, he's getting paid off that alone. Then.
Yeah.
What are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube pays after 500 subscribers. I think that's what it is. Something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just I don't know how like many views and subscribers you have to have where you could start like living off of your.
Well, if the guy quit,
He quit his city job.
Yeah. You quit a union job. You know what I mean? You can quit a union job. I think you're doing all right. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was backtracking guys like do you ever listen to Earl Sweatshirt?
I know Earl Sweatshirt, and I liked his music, Odd Future, right, with Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
And
but after when he started doing it, like did you ever what was his biggest some rap songs? You ever hear some rap songs?
oh,
That's supposed to be his best album, like his masterpiece so far or whatever.
he never caught my
But
interest enough to follow him.
It's very hard. So he has a style that's very hard for people to pick up on. But when you try to backtrack and see where that style comes from, it all kind of started with like MF Doom, because MF Doom started that style back in the late 90s.
Yeah. A lot of people that, I would say
So
he fathered a lot of styles, MF
Yeah.
Doom. I think Rock Marciano even, like, MF Doom is one of the ones he was influenced the most by.
Yeah.
When he, in an interview, I heard him say that MF Doom.
Well, think about it. Like his first album was 99, was Doomsday, right? I think Doomsday came out in 99. I mean, 99, you're still in the 90s gangster rap, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder why he never, like, went commercial. Like,
His stuff would have never been played on the radio. Nobody would have listened to it.
no,
No.
in the 90s though. Oh, 99 was a little
99?
late. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
think of the music that
Well,
was coming out.
look at Wu-Tang in 92. I'm saying if he would have been doing that in
92, maybe
he could have been like with those guys.
The style is still very different.
Yeah,
Style is still very different.
yeah.
I don't know if people would have accepted that style back then. I mean, the funny part is people really didn't even start accepting it until, I don't know, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because he was unknown in the 2000s. That's when all his best work came out in the 2000s, but that was basically pre-internet at that point.
Yeah, he has a very interesting career, because then, like, 2010 on, people started catching on to him and becoming like big fans. Yeah.
But I mean, that's basically not, like I said, now you have the internet at your finger. Now you've got Spotify, you've got, all this stuff where Apple Music and all this stuff where you can kind of just have everything at your fingertips, where you didn't have that when all those albums were coming out. So how would you listen to? How would you even know he exists? He's not on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those underground artists from the 2000s, like they got buried. I mean, there was no way for them to get their name out.
Yeah. How do you find new music?
RateYourMusic.com
RateYourMusic.com
has everything.
I wonder how, like, normal people find their music, because not a lot of people know about.
I say it on
here. I never heard of that.
I say it on here all the time. It's the best website. It chronicles every album that comes out, and it's all the ratings. So there's no
Write it down.
So I used to use a website.
Sponsorship. RateYourMusic.com.
I'm gonna wear a T-shirt. Maybe they'll give me some money. No, so like you can use it without paying. But if you want to use all their search features, like depending on how deep you want to go, then you got to like pay, I don't even know, $20 a year or something. It's like nothing.
Okay.
But that just lets you like search more accurately, I guess is the best term to use. But
I just listened to your podcast for new music. I swear.
You didn't even hear the last episode with the top 10s on.
No, well,
you would have got 20 new hip hop albums to listen.
Well, my life, I don't have the luxury of listening to hour-long video. Actually, that's a lie, because I listen to Taylor Welch videos all the time. Because he caught my interest. No, but I listen to
a lot of Joby Martin now. He's my new guy.
Yeah.
Joby Martin's good. I'm reading one of his books right now.
He's the guy with the beard.
Yeah, the bald guy with the beard. Yeah. But that's what I was going to talk about before. He was talking about that same thing, because one of like the main things that he gets like with like negative stuff online is like, oh, this guy's worth like 25 million. Like,
yeah.
It's like, first of all, no, I'm not. It's like, and second of all, he's like, what am I supposed, like, yeah, I'm opening up more churches. I'm starting more, like I'll take the money in, but you want to get your message across, you have to invest that money into more stuff. And it's true. He's got 6 different podcasts off his church.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they all have like a lot of listeners. He opens up new churches, all over the place.
Yeah.
But Yeah, he's like, "Listen," he's like, "I drive a a GMC, like, I'm not driving around in a Cadillac. Like, what do you everyone's gonna watch how I spend my money. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy." Like he says, it's crazy to be criticized like this, but he's like, "Yeah, obviously I make money on like book sales and I get paid off whatever the podcast, but it's like we have to reinvest the
He
money.
well,
It's not I mean it's income, but you're reinvesting it." He's like, "You don't know what I'm doing with it." Like,
that was the whole, like, revelation I got from
Right.
Taylor Welch, because I always, like, looked at, like, people with a lot of money, and I used to be those people that would judge, like, a Christian with a lot of money, like, he's sold out for the money, like, he's rich, he's corrupted in some way. But if you look through the Old Testament, like, all of God's people were, like, blessed financially. Like, in that day, it was a lot of cattle and
uh
land, and you
yeah,
God bless, like, a lot of his people financially. And the way Taylor Welch explained it, he's like, money is just a tool.
yeah.
You could use it. Yeah, you could use it to buy yourself another house and more cars and selfish gain, but or you could use it to advance God's kingdom and bless other people with the money. So once I got that revelation, I'm like, wow, like, okay. Um yeah, having a lot of money, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money. It's what you do with
The
what your
Right,
money,
of course.
and you're accountable to God at the end of the day. It's not about what anyone else could think whatever they want. You're going to get judged by everybody in
Right,
life all
right,
the time
right.
anyway.
There's
So
always gonna be people saying
there's yeah,
whatever.
so
Yeah.
as long as you know what you're doing is right with that money that you have, that's it. You're accountable to God at the end. So,
Yeah.
but that helped me a lot, that whole, like, money revelation. I'm ready for a lot of money, God.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's very greedy of you.
to bless other people with.
Yeah. Give me that money so I can give it away.
But, like, I think God would want us to pay off our mortgage. No? First,
I
before
don't
we start
I
blessing
don't even
other
worry
people?
about it.
Yeah, no. I don't either.
I don't even worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Since I
There's no point.
no, there's definitely not. Um, but,
If that's what he wants and that's what happens, I don't really
well, actually, you weren't at Friday night Bible
I
study.
wasn't.
We were talking about, because me and Heather were finally out of credit card debt. And oh yeah, but you were at the mall with Emma's Abigail's
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And I was saying, I'm rich, because I haven't had, like, a big amount of, like, liquid money in a
Right.
long time. So now that I have it, because I'm not in any credit card debt and I got my tax return, I don't have a lot. $10,000, nothing. But still, it's $10,000. So I'm like, I'm asking God, I'm like, what should I do with this? Because, like, I don't, I want to do what he wants me to do with it. He might want me to give it to someone down the block that really needs it.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking what he wants me to do with it. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever he wants you to do with it. But I want to say on this channel,
On this channel?
on this, what is this?
YouTube channel?
Yeah, on
Oh,
this YouTube, on
podcast?
this podcast, you got me into some really good country artists,
Okay.
which I never would even think I would get interested in that. Like I'm saying about the interest thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
who's the guys? Zach Bryan. Oh no. That was funny how I came across him. You told me about, who was the other guy? The
Tyler Childers or Jason Isbell or
Jason Isbell. Oh no, that's what it was. You would listen to it on the side jobs,
yeah.
and then I'd be like, "Who's that? I like that sound. Who's that?" And I was getting interested, and then Dylan Gossett, I've been really
That's a good
interested in.
album, right?
I've been really into him lately. No, I like his other album better.
He doesn't have another. He has an EP, I think.
The EP.
The EP.
The Oak, Under the Oak Trees, Cole, all those songs.
Cole is on the new album.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he put it. I mean, that's one of his best songs. But yeah, that's what blew him up was that song Cole.
Oh, really?
And
you're talking about this album.
That's his. Yeah, that's the new album. That's his first album. That's his debut album.
First album.
And then the thing he came out. I'll see if you show me the cover. I know what the cover looks like. I think it's like him in a doorway or some type of archway.
Yeah, there's like an archway.
Yeah.
See all these songs.
I think that's just an EP though, right? How many? Yeah, it says EP right there, right?
Singles and EPs. This EP.
That's an EP.
This has the bangers on it.
It's only 6 tracks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Beneath the Oak Trees, Lone Old Cowboy. I mean, I feel like all of them are dope.
I don't know if I listened to it when it came out briefly, and I must have just like passed over it. And it wasn't until I heard his new album and I started going through those tracks, and I was like, whoa! I was like, these tracks are really, really good. He's got a lot of good songs on there.
Yeah.
Zach Bryan had a new album too, but it's only got like 4 or 5 good songs, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but none of his albums are bad. But
yeah, Zach Bryan. That was funny because when Jason is how do you say it?
Jason Isbell.
Jason Isbell. I was listening to him, and then when you scroll down on Apple Music, it'll show the similar artists.
Yeah.
And Zach Bryan was one of them.
Yeah.
So then
I
clicked on him, and
I think I remember this, and you were like, "Hey, did you hear this?"
I was like, "You ever heard of this guy, Zach Bryan?" And you took your hat off, and it had his name on it.
we went to the
that was hilarious.
Stadium. Yeah. That's another funny story because my biggest thing with like telling people, I guess like people are being more accepting now, but like I would tell people like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this album," and they'd be like, "Yeah," or they listen to it, and be like, "Yeah, I don't like it." I'm like,
whoa, Zach Bryan?
Yeah. So that American Heartbreak album, when that came out, I was going nuts because I was like, nobody knows this guy. This album's amazing. I'm like, everyone's got to hear it. I was going into groups. I'm like, guys, you guys love country. You got to listen to this album. And then like a day later, they're like, yeah, I wasn't a fan. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Wasn't. And I'm like, what? And now like goes, oh, the new Zach Bryan. I'm like, dude.
They didn't like it at first for whatever reason. Huh.
Well, so there's this curve with country music, right? And this is the biggest. It stinks because everybody who doesn't listen to country refuses to listen to country because of what's on the radio for country.
For country, because it's like pop country.
It's like not even country, man. It's like some type of southern pop. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not what country is. You know what I mean? And that's
the thing. It's not the country that you listen to.
Sure.
I mean, I don't, unless you know the whole country genre, because I know there's like subgenres within genres.
Of course, there's subgenres of every genre.
Yeah.
Right.
So that style, that Zach Bryan sound, I guess.
Well, what I'm trying to say is the people who already like what they call country, Zach Bryan doesn't sound like that. So like they're used to that poppy sound. So when I told them to listen to Zach Bryan, like I can't listen. The same thing with like Jason Isbell, they wouldn't be able to listen. But it's
because they're going in with the pre-concept.
Yeah, they want to hear Luke Bryan and Zach Brown band and all those guys. That it's just
I will say this country. I know this guy's like a super popular country artist, but there's one song that he has. Where's my country playlist? Is really like, I feel like it's just such a smart Morgan Wallen. Would you say he's one of those poppy?
He is.
Country.
It's funny though because he had one album, I forget which one it was, where a bunch of the songs kept coming up on my thing, and they were like really good. But in reality, it was, I think, I'm trying to remember the name of the album. Has an album called Dangerous or something like that. But it was a huge album. It was like a 2-disc album. And like, there was like maybe 3 good songs, but they were really good songs. But I'm like, it kind of bothers me because I'm like, you're capable of writing good music. Like you're just pandering to the crowd of people who want to hear this poppy stuff.
Yeah. Like he's like sold out.
He's sold out, yeah.
So this song, I don't want to play it because copyright.
Okay.
Do you know that song?
No,
It's called
that's off one of his new
Last Night. I feel like the song Last Night I'm pointing to.
Yeah.
You ever heard it?
No, but that's
It's like so genius. Like it's such a genius. Like I don't know if he wrote it or he has ghostwriters, but like the double entendres of the
it's like,
wordplay and like I get inspired stuff like these country artists you're showing me. They inspire me to write better hip hop lyrics. Like not even hip hop artists. Yeah, like because they're like songsmiths. They're really like talented writers, you know.
That's what I like about the guy Jid. Jid is really good.
I gotta check him out. Jid.
Yeah, he's really good. I already did. What was the album I did? On a one with
JID.
Paul, yeah, JID. Me and Paul did The Forever Story. It's his best album. But he had the Never Story.
Forever
before
Story.
that.
Let me write that.
He did the Never Story and then he did the Forever Story. The Never Story had the song Never, which is probably his best song in my opinion. Unbelievable. I mean, you got to hear the way he just rips it on this. He's. I mean, his wordplay.
I think
great.
Nas had like the most clever. Like, what's that song? That he's a gun. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's like he's rapping as if
Got
he's
yourself a gun.
No. I think it's called Power. Right? No. I think it's called Power. He's like, people handle me like he's rapping as if he's a gun.
He's a gun.
Like very, very clever. I feel like there was another one Nas did that was just like, the Rewind song. He rapped like a whole story in reverse. Yeah, like
a lot of people say he's the GOAT.
He's my favorite hip hop artist. He's my top guy.
I would say he would be closer if he didn't put out some really terrible albums.
Oh yeah, no, he does have a lot of like.
Because that's my argument with Kendrick. He's never put out a bad album.
In your opinion, music is subjective to the listener.
Okay.
I mean, no, I will say I was listening to the new Clips album, and Kendrick has a feature on that. He bodied
Chains and Whips. Yeah,
he bodied that.
It's the best song on the album.
Song so hard. His verse like got me excited. I was like, holy, like he ripped that.
Well, you got to listen to his Christian stuff because he does Christian songs on like almost all of his albums.
Who, Kendrick? Like he has like one Christian song on.
Yeah, he does like one or two on each album. I think he did maybe two on the what is the name of the album? The Morale. I always forget the name of the album. It was my least favorite album line. But even on the new one, he did Man in the Garden. It's him talking to God.
I didn't hear it. I gotta listen to it. I'll write it down. I listen to your podcast and I write things in my notes section as I'm listening. That's how like you put me onto Ka. I really like that album. That his last one, the Thief on the Cross.
Thief on the Cross, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ka.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ka. Wait, what's the album called? His new album?
GNX.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
That's his latest one?
I'm pretty sure.
And you said, what's the name of the song? Man in the Garden?
I think it's Man in the Garden, right? Is there a song called Man in the Garden?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it. I'm just writing it down.
Oh, you're just
writing it down on my notes.
Why don't you just go into, what do you use? Spotify or you use Apple Music?
Apple Music.
Why don't you just go into Apple Music and like add it to a...
Yeah, I could do that too. I feel like that just takes longer than writing it down.
Okay. But I feel like you're going to write it down and then just never look at it again. Where if you add it to something like it's...
Yeah, I guess I'll have more of a chance of actually listening to it. But speaking of Zach Bryan, you know what's funny about my album pick, Josiah Queen.
Yeah, we should eventually start talking about
Garden in Manhattan, right?
Right.
Is that what it's called? No, it's called Prodigal.
Garden. I thought you were talking about the song. Garden.
No.
Oh, yeah. The name of the album is Prodigal. I thought you were bringing up that song.
No. So I listened to a few Josiah Queen interviews. I like listening to interviews of artists. Do you? Are you interested in that or no?
Sometimes. I don't know. I don't like to get my heart broken. Like if you don't like the person, Like,
it kind of kills the music.
yeah. Or like just like if they're, I don't know, like if it's like if the guy's
Ego, crazy, like
whatever it is,
turns
like,
you off.
I mean, that's what it was with me. Nas. I mean, I feel like he's
Really? I
yeah.
feel like he's like one of the most humble rappers
Yeah. Oh,
compared to other
I felt he was
rappers.
super egotistical.
He is. No, he definitely is, but I think compared to other rappers, he's less.
Well, he's definitely like more intelligent, but like, I mean, I don't know. He just has a way about him.
He
that's
thinks he's the
not-
best. Like
I mean, you just went from saying he's humble to egotistical, so that's why I'm.
every rapper thinks they're the best. Every secular, actually, I don't know. I can't say that. I'm gonna say like that group of like those 90s, those guys, like that was like the thing. Like, no, I'm the best. No, I'm the best. It was always until Biggie and Pac died, and then they were all like, they're the best because they're dead.
I mean, when you're talking about the music, I mean, maybe, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, as a person doing an interview, like, you don't have to act like. I don't know. I just felt like he was always very.
He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
He's just a smooth, cool,
Okay.
street dude.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Listen. I think he's second best Mexican.
Oh wow.
I don't think he's bad. I'm just saying it. Or even this, like, if you ever, all right, have you ever seen a Danny Brown interview?
No. Is he what?
He was on Rogan.
But what's up with him? Is he ego or just
No, he's just.
down
If
to
you
earth?
saw, if you saw the podcast with him on without knowing who he was, you would never guess he was a hip hop artist. Like, he's very different human being.
Okay. Just like a weird guy.
Yes. Does not give off hip hop vibes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, he's
Yeah.
just a very different individual,
Yeah.
and nothing bad about it. It's just,
He's just
I
a
don't know.
weird guy.
I just like to like people for their music, and it's just like, then you add personalities to it. That's the thing with like politics too. Guys start talking about their politics and music. I'm like, don't do this. Like, don't start a whole, like, just, you're a musician. Just stick
Well, what
to
I
your
was going to
art.
say about Josiah Queen,
Okay.
watching his interviews, it's funny because he was actually like, when he figured out I'm going to pursue music, he was going to go the route of every other Christian, contemporary Christian rock sound, whatever that genre is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It has a certain sound.
Yeah.
He was going to do that. Like,
Yeah.
that was his plan. And then he said he felt like he was listening to Zach Bryan and who's the other one? Childers?
Tyler Childers.
And God told him, make more this sounding type of music, but Christian.
Okay.
And that's how he like got his sound. I just thought that was funny in the interview because I wouldn't even expect him to have listened to them. But yeah, that was like interesting.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch any interviews on Josiah Queen. I'll be honest. I didn't think I was gonna like the album. I actually really liked it.
I thought you would like it because I think it's like, doesn't really sound like the Zach Bryan style.
It's they call it like stomp and holler, I think is what it was labeled as on Radio Music. It's more of like the Lumineers, like if you ever listen to Lumineers or something.
See, that's who these guys sound like that you sent me.
No.
You don't think they sound like the Lumineers vibe?
No, they're way harder than the Lumineers.
Gable, Price and Friends, Fractioned Heart.
I can't believe you didn't like that album. I'm like blown away.
Didn't catch my interest.
Heretic? Really? Heretic was such an amazing song. I cannot believe that.
It's not that like I didn't like it. I could appreciate it and vibe out and listen to it and enjoy it. But when I say it didn't catch my interest, I'm not all right, let me go into their page now. What else do they got? I want to hear their next album.
I did.
Like,
I listened to whole albums.
okay, but that's what I mean. But
Okay.
I'm sure you hear people and you're like, nah, I'm just not interested in hearing anything else.
all the time.
Yeah. So
no, I'm just surprised. I thought you would have appreciated it as much as I did. I'm surprised.
yeah, I'll give it another listen. Maybe.
It's all right. It's all right. Now what I have to do is I have to make sure everybody else listens to it so that we can all gang up on you and make you feel confident. Because that's you do. Come on, this guy doesn't like this. Get my back, right? Is it great? That happened. I forget where it was with a bunch of guys. Some guys trying to say Drake was the best hip hop artist of all time.
A lot of people
Oh my
feel
God.
that way.
Get over here. This guy says.
A lot of people feel like that, but yeah, to say Drake, that's
It's hard to even call him hip hop.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's
Is
like
that
an R&B artist? Really?
That's really more R&B pop.
Although I do say that about Forrest Frank too. It's hard to call Forrest Frank like hip hop.
Oh no, I wouldn't say he's hip hop. I would say
Oh really?
he would. Yeah, I would say he's a mix between hip hop, pop.
Like Drake.
Yeah, I guess.
Different style.
Different style, but
genre type of
poppy, hip hop, and what else? I feel like there was one R&B. Yeah, pop, R&B, hip hop, and pop.
I'm trying to think if I asked you this. You listen to that guy Holvey or whatever?
Holvey.
Holvey? Is
yeah.
that how you say Holvey?
Holvey?
Dude, that guy is sick. He rips it.
He's okay.
You don't like him?
He's good. I listened to his album, but again, he didn't catch my interest.
Oh, you're nuts, man.
It's funny because, and I got him from Forrest Frank too. I never really dug into Christian music, period. Like I just never had an interest, really.
Yeah.
But I think like Forrest Frank, Josiah Queen and Forrest Frank caught my interest. So like basically everyone that Forrest Frank had featured on his album, I went and checked those artists out. Yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
So, but the other kid on the other song, what's his name?
So he works with Lecrae, which is really good.
Never caught my interest.
Really?
Lecrae. You?
Lecrae's it's weird. Some of his stuff I like. I'm not crazy about Lecrae, but some of his stuff is good. I'm not crazy about all of it. He almost kind of switches styles a little bit.
He does. I feel like he has a lot of different
some of his
styles.
stuff is kind of like boring, and then some of his stuff he really kills it. What I was gonna say is, it was funny because I played this song for Hunter, and now he's obsessed with this song.
Wow.
He wants me to put it on all the time. There's a song by Holvey called "Can't Tell It All." And they did a remix with Lecrae and KB. There's another guy. You ever hear the guy KB?
KB, yeah, he's a big Christian.
Yeah, so them three,
artist.
and it's a really good song. They did an amazing job. But it was funny because
what's it called?
Can't Tell It All. It's a Can't Tell It All remix. I don't even know who's on the original. It's funny because I played it for I actually was on my phone looking at the video. They made like some stupid little, it's not like a real video. It's like some video game thing, but Hunter's like obsessed with video games now. So
yeah.
I've seen that. He was like, oh, and then every time we get in the car, play the video game.
Yo, when you get that new favorite song.
But I'm like, do you like the song or just because you saw that video game thing? I'm like, now you're just associating it with the video game.
That shows how much a picture matters for a song.
Well,
or an album cover for children, anyway, right?
Well, there was a whole TV station built around that, right?
What?
MTV.
What do you mean?
Music videos was the whole. Like you built a whole kingdom on a video for music. You don't need a video for music.
True, but music videos are really cool.
Some of them can make it or break it, honestly.
Yeah.
Video killed the radio star. You never heard that song?
Yeah. If the video's bad, I will say if the video's bad quality.
It was a bad quality, but
it makes me like the song less.
Yeah.
Or
even just how the artist looks, maybe.
Yeah.
Because if you're not seeing them when you hear, you're going based just on their sound.
Imagination.
You
Yeah.
know, now you see a video and the guy's got half his head shaved, and you're like, "Ah, screw this." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely could influence how you see it. What was that other one?
that's why I think it's funny because my favorite artists I wouldn't recognize in the street.
Really?
I try not to.
You
I
don't
try
want to
not
get too
screw
personal.
up. That's how I'm trying not to screw up my appreciation for the music. I mean, listen, obviously, if your face is on the cover of the album, I know your face is on it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I don't go out of my way to know.
You know what?
know what I
That
mean?
was like the coolest part. So you always had I learned like a lot of music from you, really. You always had the burnt CDs
Yeah.
from like the LimeWire days, right?
Yeah. Well,
And it was a Wu-Tang album, and I think it was 36 Chambers, and I don't know what these guys look like, and you're just hearing all these different voices on the track, and it's
Yeah.
like it
Well,
was like I had such an imagination of like who these guys were and what they looked like, and they're like superheroes to me because
and then you had like the kung fu skits, which also
yeah, like when you don't know anything about anything, you're just hearing this, you're like, this is amazing. Like, yeah, it's a really cool experience to not have the music video reference to the songs.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even want to watch movie trailers anymore because I feel like it ruins the movie for me. Well, it either ruins the movie or hypes me up for a movie that winds up stinking. Like one or the other.
Yeah.
Like
They show all the best parts.
They either show all the best parts or they make the movie look so good and then I get hyped up for it and then it comes out and it's terrible or yeah, they show too much. Like
They show too much. It's
they
like
show too much. And
that's
then
how
it's
I
like,
feel.
I've seen this already.
That's
and,
how I
you
feel
know.
after I watch a trailer. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't need to watch
Yeah.
this now. I just seen the whole movie in a nutshell.
Yeah.
They show you like the beginning, the dramatic
Because,
part,
I mean,
the
think about it.
ending.
You don't have that with TV shows.
No.
You just watch the show.
Yeah.
So you don't ever really know. I mean, unless.
So how could they promote a movie the right way?
I mean, I don't know. How do they do it for TV shows?
You're just.
I mean, I guess
you
they
just
have.
check out the
I guess
TV
they
show.
have like little commercial clips for them sometimes, right?
Yeah, like a
I don't
little
know.
funny part.
I'll be honest with you though. Like, well, no, I don't know. Like, I remember when Game of Thrones came out, I never heard the whole first season was like out.
I still never seen that. Yeah.
But I'd never heard of it. I'd never seen anything about it. I didn't even know it was a book. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know anything about. And the funny part is, when I watched the first season, so the first season came out front to back.
What was it before it got popular?
Right. It wasn't popular in its first season.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
the thing.
It was
And
the first season.
I think that's the thing with TV shows too, though. You don't have to kill it on the first season. You just have to get like the ball rolling for enough people to catch on, and then it becomes bigger. Because I'm telling you right now, the whole season came out. I started it. I think I started right after the first season ended. And then I watched the whole season in, I don't know, like a week. And then I remember like asking people that, and nobody had any idea what I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, it's a show, Game of Thrones. And they're like, I've never heard of that. What is that?
Hmm.
And I'm like,
what was
I'm like,
other popular shows at that time? Breaking Bad?
and this was on HBO. This was like an HBO show. It wasn't like it was on some, no-name channel or some like underground thing. This was on HBO and just nobody really watched it.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years later,
It's the biggest thing.
It's the biggest show in the world. But the funny story I have with that is when I watched, I didn't know what I would go on IMDb. This show's got super high ratings. All right, I'll watch it. Like I don't look into it. I don't do any I don't know what
okay.
I don't know what I'm watching.
You go off. That's how you
I go
look
off what
at
other people say. Other people say it's a
like
good show.
the ratings. Yeah.
The worst thing is ever getting invested into a show that's horrible.
Yeah.
So I try to.
Yeah.
All right, people say
You
it's
don't want to
good,
waste
I'll
your
watch it.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went into it not knowing what it was. So like, I'm like, okay, medieval times, like this is cool. There's people battling and there's a storyline and all this. And the whole time, like I start to think it's like a historical drama.
like
Like this stuff really
actual
happened.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, "Oh, maybe this is, like, maybe real." They're, like, talking about places, and I'm, like, Googling, "Where is this?" I had no idea it was all made up, because if you watch the first well,
Could be
you
loosely based on some history.
you haven't seen the show, but
No.
the whole first season, it's a fantasy. It's like, there's dragons and stuff, but
Yeah,
in the
but
first
dragons are real because they're in the Bible.
Leviathan is in the Bible, and Behemoth. Not dragons, right?
Well, the red dragon in
Those
Revelations.
Revelations?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they do use the word dragon in Revelations.
Yeah.
Because I know that's where Leviathan and Behemoth came from. Those were the two beasts.
Isn't
that should-
Leviathan like a sea creature?
Leviathan's a sea creature. The Behemoth is the creature on Earth. I forget how they describe it, but
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, we can get into a whole nother topic about that. If you want. We'll get into that in a second. But assuming that there's no such thing as it's a fantasy, all types of, they got all types like these zombie White Walker stuff, but none of that comes in until the season finale. Like, even like she gets like these dragon eggs, and I'm like, oh, dragon eggs, I wonder what those are. Like, I'm still thinking it's historical drama. I'm like thinking this is like real.
That's funny.
And I'm the only one watching it. Nobody else has heard of it.
But what season are you on at this point?
No, this was the first season. This is what I'm trying to say. The whole first season, they don't show, and there's no dragons in the whole first season. There's no anything. They like talk about stuff, but there's no
mythical.
There's nothing mythical in it until the season finale. The dragon eggs hatch, and the dragons come out.
How many seasons were
and
there?
I'm like watching. I'm like, but there's no dragons in it. I'm like, what am I watching right now? And it wasn't until then where I started Googling and like, oh, it's the book of fantasy dragon. I'm like, the funny part is, I hate fantasy.
So you would have never watched it.
I watched the first Lord of the Rings, couldn't watch another one. Like, I have no interest in fantasy.
Supposedly, Lord of the Rings is made by a Christian. That's like a lot of a lot of undertoning Christian messages in there. I used to listen to this pastor, Tim Keller, and he would always reference Lord of the Rings, like how there's like Christian undertone in it. But another thing, I never caught my interest.
So it's,
you know what never caught my interest?
You tell me everything you hate. All right. Let's go through a list of things you hate.
No, because these are popular things. The Walking Dead, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was interested in The Walking Dead is okay, whatever. But do you like horror stuff at all?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is another one where I was interested at first, and
then you lost interest.
Yeah, it just you know what happens with a TV show where like they go for something, it's like after a while it's like beating a dead horse. Like they don't have anywhere to go with it. It's
Dexter was very interesting at first, but then I lost interest.
Well, every episode is the same.
Same thing over and over.
Law and Order.
Yeah, like what was that other one? Like the bank robbers, like heist.
I don't know. You talking about Prison Break?
No. I forget what the name of it was, but like I'll get like super into it,
and then like you're like, all right, I'm watching the same thing,
and then I'm like,
again.
yeah, I'm not interested.
That happened with a bunch of shows. Walking Dead was one of them I stopped because I'm like, okay, every episode is the same. They almost get killed by zombies, and then they don't. And or somebody died. Like it's just. It became ridiculous.
Ones I did get really interested in, Breaking Bad. I watched the end.
Yeah, but Breaking Bad, I mean, that story was written unbelievably. I mean,
that was amazing.
That kept you on the edge of the seat every time.
And then Ozark had me interested the whole time.
Well, yeah, because you can bring, if you have a show, you can bring new elements in, and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's just like these totally different. You get every season, you get a new villain, a new bad guy or whatever. They get super interesting, and it's just the way that it's written. Vince Gillian did Pluribus. Did you watch Pluribus yet or no? So Pluribus is his new show, which is pretty good. It's a wild concept that I feel like he could have done better with.
What is he, the same writer as?
He wrote Breaking Bad, yeah.
Okay.
Or created, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I think he was the writer.
What's it called? Pluribus?
Pluribus.
How do you spell that?
Pluribus.
Pluribus. It's not a real word.
Pluribus.
Plu
I could be spelling it wrong.
I
Actually.
RBS.
Pluribus. I don't know,
PLUIRBS.
dude.
No.
All right, I'll find a few and I'll send you a
It's
pic.
suggesting plums as a spell correction.
Oh
Pluribus.
my god, I'll find it. Listen, I'm
What
gonna be honest
app?
with you though.
What app?
I've done, I don't know, is this my 10th episode? I've never had somebody on this podcast who's on their phone as much as you. I just want to put that.
Well, I'm not on my phone. I'm not like texting people while we're talking. I'm writing things down
There you go.
and looking up music. Pluribus.
Is that not what I said? Pluribus?
Maybe. Pluribus. Oh, look. Yeah, that's right. Is it good? Is it worth it? See if it catches my interest.
It's only 8 episodes. Yeah, see if it catches your interest. It's a very interesting concept that I think he wasted a couple episodes on, which kind of like pissed me off, but because it's one of these concepts where you could do anything, and he like wasted a bunch of episodes where like nothing happened, which was kind of dumb in my opinion. But the concept is these guys who like monitor satellites or something, they intercept something, some type of wavelength that they've never seen before, that they can't like figure out what it is, and they're
5G.
It's coming from outer space towards them. So they're like, oh, is this some type of ricochet off the moon? Like they're trying to like figure out what it is. Does it mean like, and then one guy figures out it's like a formula, like the way it's broken down, the wavelength is broken down is like a formula. So he sends the formula to a chemist to make it and then test it on animals to see if it does something. And the whole thing it does is when you're infected with it, it makes you feel nothing but happiness. So the only feeling you have is happiness. And then your only thing you want to do is infect everybody else with it. So the concept of the show is the mice bites the woman in the lab, and then it spreads from there. And then within 3 days or whatever, a week, the whole world has it. But there's 12 people on Earth
that don't have it,
that aren't affected by it.
Interesting.
So what happens is the way these people, oh, that's the other thing. So all these people share the same brain through telekinesis.
Huh.
So every person
knows what the other one's thinking.
Knows what everyone's. They say like we are one.
Yeah.
So the idea is every person knows every single thing that every single other person knows. So you know how to do everything. Like every single person knows how to drive a plane.
Yeah.
Operate a crane. Like you know everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
And they're happy.
Except for obviously the 12 people who are unaffected.
Yeah. And they're happy.
And they can only feel happiness. And because of that, for the 12 people who aren't affected, all they want to do is make sure that those people are happy. So they basically, we're here, whatever you need, we'll give it to you.
The 12 people? Why do they want to make sure they're happy?
Because that's their thing, is happiness. They want everyone to be happy.
No, but they want to make sure the 12 people that aren't happy
are happy.
But don't they want to give them the?
They can't. They're unaffected.
How? Like just their genes?
They're immune.
They're immune.
They're immune to whatever that is. Their body's immune to.
Huh.
So they can't get it.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting. Definitely an interesting concept. Definitely a new one. Like a new.
Right.
I like new ideas with TV shows.
It's a new concept, It was pretty good. It's just I felt like when you have this open forum of anything can happen because you've got all these people thinking this one way. You've got these 12 people who can basically have different routes they can go as far as operating on Earth now because they're almost like by themselves, right? It's like there's like a lot of different things you can get into, and they like wasted a lot of episodes on like nothing really happening. And it was kind of like, come on, man. Like I could have thought of something to fill this episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what bothers. You'll see if you watch the show. You'll see.
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
It's worth the watch.
I mean, listen, watch a couple episodes if you don't, if you don't like it, whatever. I think I told Dad to watch it, and I think he watched like the first 2 episodes, and he wasn't really impressed, but I was impressed. I thought it was a pretty good show. I don't know. Like I said, I thought it started off really good, and the season finale was good, but there was like a bunch of episodes in the middle where I think they could have done better. So I guess take it for what it is.
Money Heist. That was the show.
I never saw that.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like the first season, and then I think the second season, I was like, yeah, I don't care.
I know that was like that for like Mad Men when I used to watch Mad Men. I got to like the 5th season. I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. This is boring as hell.
Yeah. Mad Men. Which one's that?
There's a show with John Hamm is he's the head of the advertising company in the 1950s. It was a very popular show. I watched it afterwards. I didn't watch it when it was out. I think it was out like early 2000s or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But it's interesting because they did a really good job at depicting life in like the 1950s. So you get to kind of like
based on a true story too.
No, I don't think it's based on a true story. I don't think so. If it was, I don't remember it being based on a true story.
Huh. I like based on a true story stuff.
Yeah, but how many of those are there?
You gotta watch more movies.
Yeah, the movies, you could find a bunch of movies based on truth. Those come out all the time.
Yeah. I like those.
Did you start watching House of David?
No. Is that an animation thing?
It's 2 seasons out. I think it's 10 episodes a season. The first season's on Prime. I don't know if the second season is though, because I think it's trying to like be on another thing.
Is it the Bible times? Is it take place?
David, the story of David.
Oh, okay.
It starts off with David as a kid.
Oh, okay.
It's
cool.
Amazing.
Gotta check it out.
It might be
better than The Chosen.
I mean, it's different.
Okay.
It's
because The Chosen's the best Jesus show I ever seen.
Yes, but The Chosen's not like an action show. Like David's an action show.
Okay.
Like it's all because remember the wars were going on.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Dude. I thought it was going to be when I heard about it, I was like, oh, this is going to be like a low budget, like cheesy, like not dude. It's like you wouldn't
top notch.
Oh, top notch. Top notch. I don't know what production companies.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but they should just start doing all this.
Everything.
Do Moses. Do the whole.
Do everything.
Do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like right now, and they obviously have a 3rd season coming out. I'm only 4 episodes into the 1st season, but I watched the 1st episode and I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I was like, this show is great.
House of David.
I'm like, somebody who doesn't know anything about it could watch a show and be completely entertained.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to know anything.
Prime. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's all Prime. Well, the first, I'm trying to think.
Well, you gotta steward your money, right? Right? Be a good steward of your money.
We steward our money all year long. If she wants to have
splurge
a day
with
where
the
she
tax return,
$300 out of 25,000, I'm like, how do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got 25 back. Yeah. My tax guy said I would have got 20, but I started doing the married with the dependents.
Yeah.
You still do single zero.
Yeah, of course.
Well, the thing with me,
I know you have to because
like
you needed the more money for.
I need more money up front,
I get
or
it.
I'm going to be swiping a credit card every week. So I'm like, then I'm just getting that big tax return and paying off credit cards. So it's not worth it.
I never had credit card debt. Like I always tried to, because I know how much the interest is on it.
Yeah.
I can't like justify it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I can't justify paying interest.
Stupid.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But I learned my lesson with it. So.
People used to tell me like, yeah, I got like 9,000 credit card debt. I pay the minimum every month.
Stupid, man.
Dude, I'm like, that's what that would bother me. Like, I
Yeah.
can't. Like, they do like it's not. I just pay the minimum.
It's just it's a stupid way to live.
It's crazy. I'm like, you're not even getting anywhere.
My mindset, I guess, when we were swiping credit cards, just like, but that's like the stupid side of it. I'm like, God will provide. We'll pay it. We'll pay it. Don't worry.
That's all I think about. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I would swipe the credit.
No,
Listen,
but that's what I mean.
yeah,
I'm swiping a credit card. Oh, God will provide. But it's like, yeah, he will provide, but you also have to steward your money right.
It's don't be well. Not what it is. It's greed, right? What are you buying? Is it something you need? How much do you need?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. Like, listen, God will provide 100%. And yeah, I'm sure I buy things that I don't need, but I'm also, most of my money is going to 100% what I need. And like,
Yeah.
if I can justify it in a way where it's like, I don't know, you got to like level it all out. Like, I just stopped worrying about money altogether. And like,
But you're not swiping credit cards.
I don't really think about it. For what?
But that's what I'm saying. But that would be foolish, right? If you were just swiping credit cards.
But for what? I'm swiping credit cards, but for what?
Oh, you are swiping credit. So you have credit card debt.
No, I don't have credit card debt. I pay my credit card every month.
Oh, you pay it off.
This is
at the end of the
how I live
month.
my life. If I need something, I buy it. If we go somewhere, I swipe the whatever. But every month I'm paying it off. I don't have any debt.
Okay, that's a difference.
I don't worry about paying my credit card off. Is what I'm trying to say. If I can't pay my credit card, then I pay whatever I can. God will figure it out.
But isn't that like how people get into massive credit card debt?
No, people go into massive by buying things. They're wanting more than they can afford.
Yeah,
I'm not really buying anything outside of what. I go to work and I come home. I'm buying food.
Yeah.
That's
what it comes down to.
Kids need, I'm buying diapers. What am I buying?
I guess that I think it was like me and Heather, like, yeah, we'll go on vacation. Just swipe the credit card.
I mean, like,
God will provide.
Yeah, no, like, I wouldn't go on vacation if I was super tight with money, because we've done that. Like, we've had like, okay, we're gonna go on vacation, and then like it got to the point where we were like, all right, let's start booking it, and it's like, okay, we're super tight right now. Just push it off, and we'll instead of the fall, we'll do it.
That's the difference. That's wisdom. You have to use wisdom. You don't have to worry about money. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't. Well, I guess it's however you compare it. Kristen worries about the money all the time, and I'm like, it'll work itself out. And she's like, we're getting very close to having nothing in the account, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, it'll work out. I'm like,
yeah, we're doing our best.
Like, listen,
yeah,
it is what it is. Like, it'll work out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't worry about it. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, when it comes to spending a large amount of money on something, yeah, obviously you have to figure it out. Okay, I can't afford to buy a car right now, so I'm not going to swipe the credit card. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
there's a difference between worrying about something and using wisdom to navigate something. They don't have to be attached. Like,
well, I think it's just knowing what you can and can't afford.
Yeah.
If you know, like, it's like excess spending. Like, listen, if I run into a problem because I'm buying food, groceries, and what diaper, like, obviously I've got a bigger issue going on. Like, this,
like, yeah, you're just buying the necessities.
I doubt I'm ever going to run myself into the ground of credit card debt on groceries and diapers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I look at my bank account like, okay, yeah, we're kind of low. All right, I'm try not to buy anything stupid this month, I guess. But like, normally, like, if it's something where I'm only spending like $20 to $50 and it's something like that I want, like,
for instance, give an instance. What, like an album, record?
How much do you think all those cost?
Oh, the books?
It's $200 worth of books. Is that a stupid buy?
Not if you're gonna read them.
I'm halfway through them.
We have. Do
you understand my point?
Me and Heather have 100 books we never read.
But, well, that's the thing. Like, in my head, I'm justifying it because the books are about Jesus, right? I'm
Well,
I'm getting
anything that's gonna benefit your knowledge, even if it's not about Jesus.
if it's a sci-fi book.
No, I'm saying knowledge to educate you in
Yeah,
some way that's
okay.
going to be
Sure,
beneficial
sure,
for your life,
sure,
people around you, whatever.
sure.
Yeah, but I
If you
mean,
buy
yeah, then it's worth it. Yeah, a book is
but
100% worth it. What about new
but it's
clothes that you don't need?
I buy my clothes at Costco. And
That says it all.
we only go once every 3 months, and sometimes I don't buy any. I mean, listen, I've probably been wearing the same clothes for years. I
Yeah.
really don't like. Sometimes, like this shirt, I happened to be walking by a store and saw the shirt and was like, let me go in and see how much they are. And they were super cheap in comparison. When you buy, so you don't really buy sports stuff.
No,
They absolutely
capitalize on it.
100%.
Yeah.
So if you were to go into Dick's
Well,
Sport,
it's like logos. Like, because a shirt has a Jordan logo, it's going to be way more than a shirt with a Hanes logo or what, you know?
But what I'm trying to say is I was in Dick's with Hunter looking for like Giants not a jersey is like $180, something crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking for a t-shirt like this.
Yeah.
Just to buy one for me, one for Hunter.
$30, $40,
$50.
50.
They wanted $50 for a t-shirt. And I'm like, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm like, and I found ones that were awesome. And I'm like, I can't justify them. This is stupid.
Yeah, that's foolish to buy
So I was
that.
walking by a Primark, which I'd never even been in.
Yeah.
Actually, we were in
cheap clothes. Yeah.
We were in the American Dream Mall at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I think Kristen was with Hunter doing something. I was taking Trevor. He was taking a nap in the stroller, and I happened to walk by and I saw the shirts in the store, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. Primark's got New York Giants stuff. I'm like, I didn't know I'm like, I guess they got some type of deal with the NFL, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me go, because I knew Primark had like good prices.
Cheaper, yeah.
$15.
15.
I'm like, I'm crazy not to. You know what I mean? Like, all right, but those
comfortable? Is it decent cotton?
I have no problem with it's a weird fit. I'll tell you that it's a weird fit because this is an XL. They like have them short.
Wide.
They're wide and short. I don't know. Yeah. It's a weird fit. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me.
They got the t-shirts cheaper from somewhere.
Like I said, I buy my clothes at Costco. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's if I go somewhere where I see a t-shirt that, you know, usually I buy like a lot of t-shirts at concerts because I don't go to that many concerts anymore. So like I try to like get like a t-shirt that you'll never, because a lot of these concerts
have custom.
They'll have concerts specifically for that tour that they'll never make again, and they're really cool. With really cool artwork and stuff like that. So I'll buy shirts and stuff at concerts like that. But other than that, like I don't really care about clothes anymore. I'll buy $20.
Remember we used to go to the 555 Soul Underground. How did you even hear about those?
Somebody gave me an email contact. Because somebody was telling me about it. I'm like, how do you get invited? I was like, this email. I'm like, give me that email. And I emailed the people. I said, put me on your list for these 555 Soul sample sales.
Oh, that's what it was, sample sale?
They emailed me back, and they were like, sure, no problem. and then
that was
every time they just emailed me.
Address.
And I would text everybody. I'm like, yo, we're going to this sale.
Yeah.
They gave me the ad. They texted me like a flyer with like the address. And every time we went, it was in like a store that had closed down, and they were doing construction.
Yeah, it'd be like a hole in the wall, like under construction room with just coat racks of clothes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then I thought they'd be worth something, but I can't get anything for them on eBay right now, so I guess they're not really worth that much. It's a particular group of people. I've had people like message me like, let me see your whole
555 Soul catalog.
And I'm like, dude, whatever. Like, just buy something on the thing. Like, they want like a deal. Like, I'll buy everything for like a certain amount.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm not going through that.
Yeah, that's funny. 555 Soul.
I was like,
they still make clothes? New clothes or no?
Oh man, I just looked this up. I want to say they do, but man. I don't wanna speak out wrongly.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It's still a company, but I'm not sure they make clothes anymore, or they don't make that much clothes, or I don't know, it's something with it's not the same. Whatever it is, it's not the same. They're not the same company.
I went through a period of, I remember we were talking about, like, these clothing companies like Nike, let's say, right?
Okay.
And,
It's a
like
terrible example, but alright,
no, but I'm just saying Nike, we always hear stories how they, like, mistreated their workers,
Oh, you're talking about okay, yeah, yeah.
right? So I'm like, "I don't wanna support these companies." So I went to, what's that company? Forever 21, because I know they're a Christian company,
Is
right?
it really?
Forever
Oh, wow.
21 would always
Okay.
have a scripture at the bottom of their bags. I always remember that. I never
Wow.
shopped
I've
there.
never even noticed that, okay.
Yeah.
I actually
So
have shopped there.
yeah, so I'm like I looked it up online and, like, they only have, like, a few things, like, it's like they're not making
Yeah, yeah. Oh, really? But
yeah,
do they still have they had a store in the mall, is it still there?
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, a lot of these, I mean, the clothing companies, they gotta be hanging on by a thread for the most part because just
Why,
everything's
though?
online, I feel like.
Yeah, but why can't they sell I would feel like they could really sell more online. Like, w how are people
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
buying clothes nowadays?
I couldn't tell you, I don't
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
buy It's funny
What's
too
that
because
Temu? I feel like a lot of people
for
like
clothes, yeah, I don't know, I
like
don't
these, like, super cheap, uh, websites for
No, I
clothes.
know what you're talking about, I know what Timo is, but, yeah, I don't really know anybody who I think I met, like, one person maybe who told me they use that. I don't know. Oh, you know a lot of people use Timo?
I mean, I guess when I'm on, like, a social media thing, it's like that's, like, the most popular ads
Oh, the ad
for
yeah, I see the
clothes,
ads all the
so
time.
I'm just guessing a lot of people and I do know, somebody who's like, "Yeah, I bought a $10 pair of shoes from Temu, they're the most comfortable shoes I ever had." I'm like, "Wow, like, $10 and they're the most comfortable shoes?" Like, alright. I guess they're, like, top of the game, but yeah,
Maybe.
what is it, 10:20? How long we been going? We're gonna
I wanna say it has been 2 hours.
it hasn't been?
Nah, we started like
How
8:45.
long usually are your episodes?
They're 2 hours.
Okay.
If you wanna leave, we could leave.
I just wanna
Like,
I wanna get a decent amount of sleep tonight. I haven't been to church in, like, 2 months. Looking forward to going tomorrow.
Oh, 'cause of the, snow, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the overtime. And it was funny, I was actually up for my regular Sunday this Sunday, and I turned it down because I was just so sick of work and I just wanted a break. But Sunday is stupid to turn down because it's double time for us.
Oh, wow, yeah, we don't get that.
Yeah, we get double time for a day off and Sunday, but you guys get a lot more opportunity for overtime than us.
Yeah, well, it's dependent, yeah. Depends on where you are and just a lot of factors, but yeah.
From what I hear, I think, yeah, you guys get more opportunity for overtime.
Um, oh, so what I wanted to do on here too, let's talk about your front to start career.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, I gotta, put this in a nutshell.
No, I'll put it in a nutshell. What do you mean?
Um, so you know what's funny? Remember Johan and Gus in Stapleton?
I do.
I have a memory of being in their house and the music video of the Fugees was on their TV. The song, Ready or Not, the
Yeah,
Fugees.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was like a big song that we used to
that was like my earliest memory of hip hop. Then And I remember like playing hide and seek after that in the neighborhood, and like that song was in my head.
Oh, the
Ready or
Ready or
not,
Not, yeah.
here I come. But and that I was 4 years old at that time, you know? And then
Core memory.
it's yeah, because I don't have a lot of memories from that age, but like I remember that. And then I remember, I don't know if they were your cassette. They had to be yours, but they were cassettes.
I used to record on cassettes off like Hot 97.
Okay. Yeah, it was some like 90s hip hop. I don't even
That
know
was
who it was.
pre CD burning. I would listen to the radio on a Walkman and then record songs that I liked onto cassettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I got that. So I took a cassette player and the headphones and whatever cassette. It must have been like Rock Him or Cool G Rap, one of them.
I don't know if it was that old.
No, because they would still play them like on the radio at like Hot 90s. They'll still play that even today.
Like late 90s. Maybe, yeah.
They'll play a Rock Him song every once in a while.
I remember yeah, I remember that was when what was that Nas song that they would play all the time?
Nas
Made
is
You
like,
Look.
oh, Made You Look.
I
Yeah.
remember that was one of the songs that I had recorded that was, oh, Made You Look.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
So whatever year that came out, that was that was about the time that I was recording all that stuff.
So that, and then you would, burn the CDs. I would listen to whatever you burned. Wu-Tang stood out to me. But then when I what really started it was I went and I seen 8 Mile. I was in the 4th grade.
No.
I was in the 4th grade.
Yeah, okay.
I went and I seen 8 Mile in theaters.
I was in junior high, yeah.
And
damn, what year was that?
And when I seen that movie, I was like, that's what I want to do with my life. I thought everybody had that thought when they seen that movie, but I actually pursued it. I took it serious. And I remember coming home and like starting to write rhymes after that movie.
Yeah.
And I remember Shay coming over and me and Shay battling after 8 Mile. Writing disses to each other.
Shay is great because like you could pick anything to like something where there's like a challenge and be like, yeah, I'll jump in, let's go. You want to rap battle me? All right. He's like never rap battled anyone in his life, and he'll just like try to come up with something.
Yeah.
That's the skit. Did I ever tell you? I don't know if you know this. So you obviously know he's a stand-up comedian. He's been did a stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But he was so into comedy. I mean, I guess like more sketch comedy. Like he was a big SNL fan at like a super young age, to the point where like he made his own sketch comedy skits, recorded his own sketch comedy skits in his house by himself. Like, I mean, like
with what kind of camera?
I guess
the old video cameras,
like the old video cameras. And because I remember like his mom would show them to me, and he like full costumes, like he had like written sketches.
Yeah.
And he was like 8. And I'm like, this is wild that this dude is writing, because he would watch SNL and he would see like they would do sketches.
He should have went into
he would
that.
Make his own sketches.
He should have tried to pursue that.
Still can.
He still can. Yeah. There's no age limit on that stuff. Age limit. Yeah.
All right, wherever you were.
Yeah, so after that I just started writing rhymes. And then just hanging out with my friends, just started like rhyming, like rapping these rhymes, and all of them, their response to it was always like, yo, that was good. Like, yo, you're good at this. So just getting that little encouragement, I was like, all right, they think I'm good. Like, it feels good. It feels right. And it's funny because growing up, mom and dad would always be like, you could do anything you want in this world, especially dad. He's like, you could do anything you want in this world. And then I come to them and I'm like, I want to do it that guy in 8 Mile's doing, you know? No, not that. But
I thought you were gonna tell the black midget story.
oh no. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I don't think I wanted to be a black midget because that's impossible. I knew I couldn't be a black midget.
No, I think you wrote that when you were like 6 though, or 7.
But
you were super young when you wrote that.
But I think I just really liked, I think I seen that guy in a movie, that actor, that black midget actor.
With Beetlejuice?
Is that his name?
That
No,
guy,
not Beetlejuice.
you're
He's
talking
more
about the guy
famous than
from
that.
Yeah. You're talking about the guy from Bad Santa.
Yeah. Hey, I think I seen him in a movie. I was like, that's a cool looking human. Like that's I can't like imagine me actually wanting to be that, but maybe I liked it so much. I wish I could have been that, something like that. But anyway, and then basically LimeWire had the instrumentals to like all like the 90s hip hop. So I just started like basically listening to all the hip hop artists you were burning CDs from and just learning from them and Eminem, Eminem was big when we were growing up.
Right.
I love, and he
He probably spawned 20 million
white
rap.
wannabe white rappers. Yeah. So
Wasn't even a thought until he came into the picture.
yeah. I mean, yeah, who knows? I mean, Jimi Hendrix went into rock and roll. There wasn't many black rock and roll guys.
True.
I mean, who knows, if I would have done it without Eminem being there. And then like Necro, I remember Necro, you guys were big on Necro at one point. I got into Necro.
Yeah, that was later on. That was late 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, so once we got a laptop, I got a laptop at one point.
I was gonna say, when did you start recording?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what year. I'm gonna say maybe 2007. I got a laptop, which I would have been like 11 or 12, I think, at that age. At that, am I?
I don't know. You're asking me when you got a laptop?
Well, 2000. Let's say 2007. How old were you?
18. So you were 15.
Oh, actually, it started before the laptop. We used to. So me and my friends, we used to record. I got this little flip video camera thing. I don't know if you remember those things. It was called a flip video camera. And basically you could just like record a video and then.
Oh, those are the things that like twisted, right? Like
No, it was just a straight up rectangle. It looked like a Game Boy almost. And you could record a video and watch it back on there. But I think you could also like plug in some kind of aux cord and like maybe watch it on the TV or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it had the 3-color wire at the end of it that you could plug. I think so. I could be wrong. But we would just face it at the speaker. We would play the LimeWire instrumental from the speaker, and we would stand on the weight bench in my room, and you had to we would all sit there and write. We would listen to the beat and write, and then we would each like line up and like jump on the weight bench and spit our verse, and you had to do it in one take. In the studio, you could hit stop, punch in, but this you had to do in one take. So if like we all did the take good, and then it's up to like the fourth person and he messes up, like, no, we got to do the whole thing over. But yeah, that's how I started off recording. And with those videos, we could put them on MySpace at the time. So basically like everyone in my grade on MySpace that came to my page was starting to like hear the music. So I was like starting to, gain like a little, I'm not going to say fan base, but just have that experience as I became the rapper in school. Like they knew me like, that's the rapper. And basically like all my friends didn't take it serious, except maybe my one friend. And then I just continued to do it. Then I met this kid, Patty Dukes, who was like more advanced into the whole underground hip hop music scene than me. And he had like his whole circle of people, his own producer that would actually take a vinyl, put it on, I don't even know what it's called, but he would, I guess, like a regular, what do you call it when you play a vinyl? A turntable?
Turntable?
Yeah, a turntable. Grab a sample from it, add drums. He would like create beats like the real hip hop way.
Yeah.
So Dukes had him. His name was Insight. He passed away. Rest in peace, Insight. And he was like 10 years older than us. So we had our own producer. We had the studio. We had the mic. We had everything. And at that point, and I brought one of my friends from high school, this kid Mondo, into the mix. And then Dukes had his friends Grizz, Such, rest in peace, Such. He just passed away. Frankie P. I don't know if I'm leaving out anybody, but when I seen my friends weren't taking it as serious, like I basically started making music with Dukes, all them. We created a group of rappers, a hip hop group, and like to me at that point, I felt like I made it. Like I was just like content with like, yo, we have our own producer who's making like this kid is nice at making hip hop beats. Like he's making sick hip hop beats. We're writing rhymes, we're hanging out, we're smoking blunts. Like to me, I made it. I'm like, this is all I want, you know? I wasn't like really.
But you weren't making any money.
No.
Yeah.
We would do like local shows, and if you invite people and they came and said your name at the door, then you would get a percentage of the money that they paid to get in for the night. Like it was like little money, and then like there'd be like other artists.
But even that was based on what they would tell you. You had no idea how many people said your name at the door.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy at the door would have to be honest.
Yeah.
He'd be like, he would come to you at the end of the night. 5 people said your name, so
like,
here you go. You get
100 people could have said your name.
Yeah, but yeah, no money. But I never was really doing it for money. I guess.
I mean, which is good.
Yeah, I loved it. I just loved the art of it. I loved writing rhymes and rapping and just hanging out. And then I guess at a certain point, as we're getting older, like, so I think.
Well, what I was basically is you came out with a full-length album. What year was that?
So I was making mixtapes since I got the laptop, 2008.
Yeah, I know.
I was making mixtapes with
you were
those
making music videos.
Yeah,
right?
I was making music video.
Was your first music video?
No, even before that, Chilling in the Basement. Yeah, that one like really blew up in high school. People were like, yo, Chilling in the Basement. But that was just with, I think, the lab. I think we did it with the laptop, the whatever video program on the iMovie. We just filmed it with the laptop. But my first like real album project that I made with this producer, like my own custom beats, own producer, was the Pro Life. You ever heard it?
It's funny. I've heard of the Pro Life. Have I heard the whole album? I don't know.
Okay. So it's on YouTube. You can go check it out.
I mean, I've heard anything you put on YouTube, I've heard, but I'm referring to what you came out with Beat the Devil.
Yeah,
Beat the Devil was the first thing that was on like every. Is it still on
streaming platform? No, because
you stopped paying them.
I stopped paying the. I think I canceled that credit card.
But just so you know, I put all this on myself. I don't pay anything.
What do you mean?
You don't need to pay somebody to put your stuff on. You're paying
Oh,
somebody.
I was paying DistroKid.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
they did it for me.
I do all
You
mine.
could go on individually,
takes 2 seconds. It's
and
not-
yeah. I guess with Beat the Devil, because now I'm making Christian hip hop,
Right.
I'm not
Well,
so motivated to push that because I don't believe it has the message that I really want to push now. You understand?
well, what I was gonna say is, Beat the Devil was a work in progress for a long time.
Like 10 years
10
it
years,
took to like
right.
put
I was
out.
gonna say, but it wasn't all not. You had some Christian stuff on there, no? Because that came out after you became a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last song was like my first Christian song.
So there was only
I have it-
one song on the album that was a Christian. Okay.
Yeah, which I just added in, like, because when I wrote the album, I wrote it at a time where actually I encountered Christ, but I right away backslid into not fully believing in Christ, still questioning if the Bible is true, just questioning my whole like belief.
Yeah.
And you're like, I had the encounter, whoa, powerful experience, God is real, into then, was that really God? Is the Bible really true? Like going back and questioning everything and backsliding into like drugs again. And so then that in that period is when I wrote Beat the Devil. So I wasn't, I think I was born again in the sense what Jesus talks about in John chapter 3, when you're born again, your spirit is reborn. I think I was, but I was just so still questioning everything in my mind that I wasn't fully engaged in that relationship with God, and my belief wasn't there. So I was backslidden in a state, questioning if God's real, questioning if the Bible's true, living worldly again, drugs and all that. And that's when I wrote Be the Devil. Then I surrender. Now, like 4 years later, I like in that time period, I surrender my life to Jesus. I have another encounter with Jesus, and now I surrender my life to him, meaning I start reading the Bible every day. I start praying every day. I'm engaging in my relationship with him. It doesn't go away, my belief. I really believe in him, and now I'm pursuing life with Christ. And I go through this period of not really working on that album because I felt Holy Spirit told me stop music altogether for like the first year. Then I was so focused on like Heather and my relationship with Heather. And then, we got a house, my job changed. We had Sonny, like so much happened, and just not focus on the album. But then I was like, then I felt God give me the green light to make music. And I made that Christian song that's on the album. And I added a few skits to add God into the album. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to put it out. Like, I don't want to just not put out this album that I worked on for so long.
Yeah.
Just because it's not
Who you are now.
who I am.
Yeah.
It's still it's part of my journey.
Of course.
It should still be put out. So then, which Heather, I had a fight with Heather a lot about getting that done because she wasn't on board with it. But that's why, like, once that credit card stopped paying it, I'm like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. And then I just started focusing on making Christian hip hop. And now I'm currently working on I'm writing a Christian hip hop album, which I'm excited about.
And making a Christian clothing line.
Oh, you want to get into that?
No. I was trying to get I mean, the story is very interesting because I was trying to figure out where the overlap is as far as you have um a lot of different things going on at the same time as far as obviously you've been clean and sober since
9 years now.
9 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9 years would put us at 2017.
Was it 7? I think 16,
So you're
2016.
almost at 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. So this August will be 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did Beat the Devil come out? What year was that?
I don't even know. I'd have to look. I really don't even know.
Your one and only album. You have no
Yeah.
idea when it came out. You can name the year every Jay-Z album came out that you hate, but
No, I definitely can't. I'm bad with dates and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I think Illmatic came out in 92.
when it comes to the 90s ones, I just guess. I'm like 93, 94, 90. I'm like, I have no 92 seems super early. When someone says 92, I'm like, really? Was Illmatic was coming out at 92? That seems
I
crazy.
think 36 Chambers came out in 92 as well.
No.
I think
that
so.
early? I was gonna say 94.
I think so. 94 was Infinite. Not Infinite.
Infinite.
No,
was
no,
like
no.
97.
What's the name? Infamous? What's the name of Mobb Deep's
Mobb Deep?
first
I thought that was like
big album?
96, no?
I think it's, I don't know. That I could be wrong. All right, let's see.
When did Beat the Devil actually get released? That's what I want to know.
How come I can't get to the actual album?
I'll tell you something funny. It was this quote. I'm gonna quote Greg Calkins on this. I was telling everybody to listen to your album.
Yeah.
And when it came out,
Thank you.
I was like, everybody listens. My brother came out with a hip hop album, and Greg Calkins goes, I told myself I'd never listen to a Staten Island white hip hop artist. But because it's your brother, I'll listen to the album.
That's funny. I don't blame him.
Well, that was like the fad, right? Like that's why it sucks to get caught in like one of those fads where it's like, that you're just part of like a statistic.
Yeah, like another wannabe rapper.
Another wannabe Eminem.
Yeah.
The guy trying to.
It really is like such a bad
How about
look.
This? Do you remember what year? So can you go over while you look for this? Can you go over the story of what Wu-Tang member approached you in the studio?
A few. I had a few encounters.
Okay, go through all the encounters.
So, how come I can't find the date on this, man? Like, look, I searched it up and all the songs came up, but I can't. I want to like click on the album because then once you click on the album, you could see the date.
You want me to ask AI? Do you think AI knows?
No. I mean, maybe. They're pretty advanced. Or maybe I could do it on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. There's a better shot. So I think the first Wu-Tang member that I've seen in the studio, he actually came to Phoenix Studios where we had a room, me and Insight.
2021.
2021, okay. So me and Insight
Grok got it before you.
Me and Insight had a room at Phoenix Studios on Arthur Kill in Tottenville, and we we're hanging outside having a cigarette or something, and then you see like those big tour
buses
type of things pull up,
the huge tour buses.
Yeah. And a bunch of guys get out and they all like start walking into the studio, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, is that Raekwon? And Raekwon is definitely was at that time one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time. So when I see him, I get like starstruck. I'm like, and I'm like, and now at this time I'm trying to like pursue becoming a paid rapper. So I'm like, I gotta get my mixtape, and I like run in my studio. I grab a burnt copy, and I come back out, but he's already gone. He went into like the back main studio where I think they go there and do like a rehearsal set for when they're having a show.
Okay.
I think that's what they do. I think that's what they were doing. So he was already like in the back room, but his entourage was hanging out outside. So I was like, "Hey, this is my mixtape. Can you give this to Raekwon?" And they're like, "All right, yeah." So I go back into my studio. They probably took it and threw it in the garbage for all I know. But I go back into my studio, but then when we come back out to have another cigarette, and he's out there, Raekwon, and I'll never forget this. I did like the stupidest thing you could do as a fan. I walked by him and made it like I wanted to make it like I'm not gonna be like one of those guys like, yo, can I get your autograph? Like I didn't want to come off as like a super annoying fan. So I just walked by him and I was like, sup, Ray? Like I made it like I knew him forever. And he just didn't even respond to me. And I just was standing there and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back inside, and I just always remember like I should have just been real and just went up to him like, yo, I just really love your music. I just want to say like I love your music, you inspire me, da da da. And just said like a quick like real thing when you meet an artist.
Yeah.
So I learned my lesson with that. And that was it with Ray. And then I drove Ghostface Killer's daughter home from the mall. That was interesting.
Wow.
I think she was shoplifting, and because she asked me
Wait,
to.
didn't something else go on Ghostface's daughter? Wasn't that in the news? Like somebody, or was it Method Man's daughter? Wasn't
What?
there something going on with somebody? He approached somebody at a gym because they said something to his daughter. It was either Method Man or Ghostface. I can't remember now.
Could have been. I never heard about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she looked like I forget how it came up, but she looked like Ghostface, like the eyes, like he has like the little Chinese eyes, and I'm like, wow, yeah, you do look like that is your father. Wow, that's cool. And I just dropped her home, and that was it. And maybe gave her a mixtape. Get to see that? No, I don't think I did. And then and then at one point,
So this is after you met Raekwon.
yeah,
Well, didn't meet Raekwon, but embarrassed yourself.
yeah,
in front of Raekwon.
embarrass myself. So I go to Florida for rehab at one point. It was like my 4th rehab, and then Dukes, the artist that I have the group with, Method Man throws what's it called? Like a local show, but it was for him to find like the next hot thing coming out of Staten Island type of local show, right?
Okay.
New talent.
Yeah.
Dukes puts in for the thing, performs. Dukes and another artist get the number 1 spot, like tied for like the number 1 spot in Method Man's eyes. So basically, Method Man wanted to start a group with these two. And Dukes is like, I already have a group where this, and Method Man tells him, he's like, oh wait, this is you guys? Because we put out like one music video called Gunshots, and it got like a lot of views, like a lot of people seen it. He's like, oh, this is you guys? Like I seen this before, like this is dope. And he's like, all right, yeah, just add this other rapper into the group. We're like, he's not naturally part of our group. That's kind of weird. But we kept having meetings with like I was in Florida, but when I came back, I went to one of the meetings we were having like with one of his associates on Staten Island, because he's traveling doing like TV shows and whatever. So we're like meeting with one of his like associates on Staten Island, and I don't know how it like basically he was gonna like co-sign our career, do like a 360 deal, some kind of deal he was gonna do with us. And I don't know if it was just like our egos that ruined it or the fact that we were all just such a mess, like who's in rehab, who's getting arrested, and it never came to fruition. I think it was basically like, all right, you guys go make the album and bring it to us and we're gonna help you promote it, and like we'll it was something like that. And we just never could make the album as a group because we were just such a mess. Who's on drugs, so that never came to fruition. But I people are like, do you regret that? Should you? And it just wasn't meant to be, I don't think. But I think it was just cool that Method Man was even considering doing something with it. That just speaks a lot to the caliber of the quality of music. And then there was another time Inspector Deck in another studio.
Okay. That was the one I remember you telling me.
That was more engaging than Raekwon. Yeah, because we were in there recording a song, and there was like, I think we had like seven of us or 8 of us in the studio, and Inspector Deck's like, "Yo, you guys are like the white Wu-Tang, like this is dope." And he was like giving us a lot of compliments, and we were talking to him about music, and that was like a more cool experience with one of the Wu-Tang members. And yeah, he was mad humble. Inspector Deck, shout out to Inspector Deck. And I actually never got to meet Method Man like face to face. Dukes and the other artist Grizz from the crew, they were in the studio with Method Man. Like, I think they did some features on one of his albums, but I think they got cut. Like, he did like a bunch of features, and then some of them got cut. I think they might be on one of the Meth Lab albums or something. But yeah, that was my experience with Wu-Tang on the island. But just as like a young kid listening to like 36 Chambers, not knowing who those voices were, and then to find out who they were and looking up to them and loving their music. Like I was obsessed with them, like all their albums just on replay. Like you had a Wu-Tang hoodie. I would just wear that hoodie. I got a Wu-Tang earring. Yeah, you had a Wu-Tang hoodie.
I remember the Wu-Tang earring, actually. I don't remember the Wu-Tang hoodie. And you took my painting. I had the painting of
Method Man. Yeah, I was obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And so just to like be such a fan and then come to like that close proximity with them, it was just like a cool thing that happened. But yeah, now I'm gonna make a Christian rap album. I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Well, I was trying to figure out what I was doing was Beat the Devil came out in 2021. You've been clean and sober since 2016.
Is when I surrendered my life to Christ. So like I said, when I first surrendered my life to Christ, Holy Spirit said, stop making music. So like for a year, I didn't make any music.
No, I understand that. When was your full on, like after your backslip and you were praying like 100% all in on faith?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2016 when I got sober.
Oh, so you found Christ before that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I encountered Christ for the first time in 2013.
So before, and then relapsed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Okay.
2013, I encountered Christ in my 3rd rehab. And then when I left the rehab, I just went right back into like, no, is God real? Is the Bible true? And going back into like the same lifestyle. And that's when I wrote Beat the Devil, when I was backslid in that from 2013 to 2015 was like the majority of that album, and then all those other years were kind of just like,
No, yeah.
doing nothing really. But
I mean, the fact that you were able to even put out "Beat the Devil" after the time periods of what had happened is kind of like, for anybody else that would have never happened. It would have never came to fruition. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you worked on it for 10 years, but think of all you went through in that 10 years.
yeah,
I mean, that's a crazy 10 years.
yeah,
It's an absurd 10 years.
yeah.
And then it's an even more absurd 10 years after that 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's those before 10
wait,
years
hold on.
were
When
bad.
you shot the
These 10
video,
years have
when
been
you
good.
shot the video for Navigate, what year was that?
I think that was like 2015,
No, couldn't have been.
2014.
It had to be 2017 or longer.
Really?
Well, what year did you? Okay, so the reason I'm bringing this up.
What?
Was you had Pete Davidson in the.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Look it up.
I was under the impression that you met Pete Davidson in 2017, which is when it was the party that I just left. So I never met Pete Davidson. Unless I'm wrong and you met him before, and you might have known him before me. Obviously.
Funny story with Pete Davidson. So Pete Davidson, before he blows up, he invites me to his house with a couple other kids.
Okay, but how? You're talking about through Emma.
Through Emma.
Okay. So did you meet him before this?
It's funny. I knew Pete Davidson from like school. I've seen him in school,
in
but
Tottenville?
not friends with him. I just seen his face.
You mean he went to Tottenville?
IS 34.
IS 34?
He was in IS 34.
Yeah, but to be IS 34, you have to be a Tottenville kid. He grew up in Tottenville?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I wasn't under that impression.
So I seen his face. I remember him in 10 years ago. It's saying Navigate 10 years ago. Let's see.
Yeah, it was about the same time. That's about the same time that Beat the Devil came out in 2021. Yeah, that was about
2016. Okay, 2016.
So
February 2016.
So I don't know when Emma met him, but I know that I didn't meet him on a day where I could have.
Oh.
What I was trying.
I don't know when Emma was hanging out with him.
No, but I'm saying, like, what year did that Navigate video come out?
I just said it.
What?
And I forget it already.
Was it 2016?
2016, February 2016.
Okay, all right, I'm wrong.
But
wrong then.
But
I thought it was gonna be like 2018. Okay.
And I think this was after. So listen to this. So he's hanging out with Emma or whatever, and then I think he like starts getting like a little popular in like the comedy scene. I don't know how it all happened for him.
I know how it happened for him professionally because I followed him professionally. I didn't know him personally. So like
the first time did you see him come on the scene professionally?
Professionally, there's a comedian from New York called Dave Attell. You hear Dave Attell? Dave Attell is
sounds familiar.
Legendary old school New York stand-up comedian, one of the funniest you ever hear. He started a show. It only did like one season. He did a show called, I think it was called Comedy Underground or something like that.
Okay.
And his whole show was to like showcase underground comedians to like get them in the spotlight.
Yeah. He wanted to put other people,
so
he wanted to put people on.
Every episode would be like, he would do, I don't know, it was like a half-hour episode of like 4 comedians or something like that. And he would give them all like a little time slot and they would all like get their time slot. Pete Davidson was one of those time slots. So I'm watching the show. So I'm watching the show, and I don't know who but
do you know what year it was? It was before Navigate.
It was probably 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. That's why I'm saying Navigate had to be later. But I don't know.
2016. I just told you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that makes sense. But anyway, so I see him on the show and he kills it. He was like, out of the episode, best guy in the episode, like by far. I was
Okay.
dying. And that's why I remembered his name. And then there was like this talk. And then I remember like, because I think he had made jokes about being from Staten Island, which
Okay.
also made me like, oh, this guy's from Staten Island.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I remember there was all this talk of him going on SNL and being on SNL, and then he got on SNL, whatever. But within that time frame, I think it was something like before he was on SNL, but after I saw him do stand-up on Dave Attell's show, I had said something.
Wasn't he with Nick Cannon or something?
I don't know, but I had said something, well, like when we were all together at a dinner or something, and I said something like, yeah, this guy from Staten Island, this comedian Pete Davidson, he's going to be on SNL. He's great. And I remember Emma was like, yeah, it's my friend. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, she's like, yeah, I know that's Pete Davidson is my friend. And I'm like, really? I'm like, he's going to be on SNL. It's like one of the biggest shows of all time. It's been running for like 50 years. And I couldn't believe it. And she was like, yeah, it's my friend. Yeah, he's going to be on it. So like, whatever, she was whatever about it. And she had, so whatever year her 21st birthday was, she had it at that place on, not Bay Street, but down by
Forest?
Hot Shop. I forget. No, not Forest. It was down by, I forget what the name of that block is, but it was this place she had a birthday at. And I remember because it was my first year at my job. And I had set up a meeting with guys for the fantasy football league I started or whatever.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, this was the date we were all going to meet up. And it happened to fall the same day as her birthday. And I remember being like, oh man, I'm like, this stinks. I'm like, all right, I'll go to both, whatever. So I went to her birthday, ate, whatever. And then I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. Everybody's waiting. There's people waiting for me at at Joyce's bar or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. And I remember I leave, get an Uber and leave. And then like not an hour later, she's texting me pictures of Pete Davidson showing up and taking pictures with everybody. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, I'm the only guy who followed this guy.
Wow, you really wanted to meet him.
Well, at the time, like I thought he was like a really funny comedian. He was going to be on SNL. I mean, this was like right before he got on SNL, or maybe he just got on. Maybe it was like halfway through his first season of SNL or whatever it was. And it was cool because he was from Staten Island. And I just remember thinking, oh, and then I felt like it was right after that he was in your music video.
Okay.
That's why I thought that maybe you met him there, or maybe you knew him before. I don't know.
No. So I don't know if like and this is gonna sound like mad egotistical. I don't know if he knew of me because of Emma, and I just had like a little reputation with Emma and her friends. They knew of me. I was the older brother and probably like rapper, whatever. So I don't know if he knew, but funny story, he invited me over his house one day with some other, I don't know if they were rappers or just his friends. It might have been me, him, and some other kid. He wanted to start a comedy rap group and have me in it. He invited me into this. And I remember telling him we actually put a beat on and started writing a song. It was like, it was about, I remember what it was about. It was about being a regular guy. Cause how every rapper is like, I'm the best this, I got the nicest. And he was just like, I got a Hanes t-shirt and like just about being a regular guy. Right.
He used to be humble.
This is what the comedy rap song was supposed to be. But he wanted to do this comedy rap group, and he was inviting me into it. And I remember at the time I was like, I take this serious, man. This ain't no joke for me. Like yeah, for me it was like a serious. I wanted to make serious rap albums.
When I saw the music video,
So I would have sold out if I would have done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It was something I didn't.
No, listen. If you're not comfortable, don't ever do it
Like-
for the money. Don't ever do it for the
Like
money.
it wasn't what I want. It wasn't my vision for
Unless
what I
it would have
wanted.
got you on SNL, in which case you messed up. No.
I probably
no, it's-
could have like got a lot more famous and money if I would have done that with him. But yeah,
but that's what you would have been known for then.
yeah.
You
And it
would've
would-
been
and
able
I
to
would have
make
been
your
doing
own
something-
name, like, you know.
I would have been doing something I genuinely don't want
Right.
to do. It's not in my
Yeah,
heart
yeah.
to do.
No
So
art in it. Yeah.
so yeah, I don't regret any of it, but that's funny. And then another funny Pete Davidson thing. So he comes out with that movie King of Staten Island,
Right.
and I remember I go to Heather's dad's house and her little brother's there, and he's like, "Yeah, I watched Pete Davidson's movie, The King of Staten Island." And I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good, right? He's like, "It's my favorite movie ever." And I'm like, "Whoa, I didn't think it was that good,
Wait,
man."
who said that?
Heather's little brother. He's like 15 years younger than her.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought that was hilarious. He's like, "It's my favorite movie ever." I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was that good.
No, yeah. I mean, it was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. But
To be a favorite movie, there's a
No,
lot of
yeah.
good movies out there, you know?
I just keep thinking now, like, because of how famous he is now, I think, like, does he ever think back about that music video?
Oh yeah. I wonder, right?
Because you can't still contact him if you wanted to, right?
I don't even know if I have his old number or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have it in my contacts.
Prank call him right now. I'll post this.
No, but I did think like that because he was blowing up. I was like, oh, if he's in the video, then I could capitalize on that and get more views and all
Well,
that.
what you have to do is you have to go into the video and change the title to featuring Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Do you know if you did that, you would immediately get
Yeah, I know. But I didn't want to sell out like that. That it just felt
sell out for Jesus?
it,
I mean, your new album's gonna
it would have felt like I'm selling it, like I'm riding someone's coattails, and I never wanted to do that with hip hop.
Yeah. But you also use him for your music.
Yeah. But I mean, I did it with taste. I just had him in the skit, you know?
He was a nobody when you had
He was gaining traction.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What year was that? If it was 2016,
He wasn't big like
he wasn't on SNL yet then.
I
He
don't-
couldn't have been on SNL.
I don't think so.
Because I think once he got on SNL, he
blew up. He was all in
Yeah.
movies.
I think 2016 was that. I think maybe 2017 was his first year in SNL.
And then once the Kim Kardashian thing,
Oh,
that
right.
took him to another level.
Well, that and his stand-ups, the movie. I mean, like he, listen, he was in all aspects of it. He, made his own movie. Like obviously he blew up on his own terms.
Yeah.
He put the work.
What is he
in.
doing now?
I don't know. I don't even watch that. Is he still on SNL? I don't even watch
I don't know.
SNL anymore. I have no idea what he's doing now. I imagine he's still doing stand-up comedy. I mean, that was his bread and butter. So I imagine he's still doing stand-up
Well,
comedy.
That's what he loves, right?
Right. Yeah. That's how he started.
Yeah, so
I mean, when he did, I was trying to think, when he did that original thing, I mean, if I was 25 when he did that, he's the same age as Emma, he had to be 19. If he's the same age as Emma, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. I mean, to be on Dave Attell's TV show at that age, I remember watching and be like, yo, this kid's super young.
Yeah.
I remember thinking,
yeah.
so I mean, like, listen, I mean, that was his bread and butter from day one. I mean, obviously he's very good at stand-up. He knows how
Yeah.
to make people laugh. I don't
Stand
think he
up,
was
man.
bad on SNL. I think SNL went through a tough time. I stopped watching. I couldn't even, but I don't think he was bad on it. I think he's a good comedian.
I think he's
I think
funny. I think he has it.
I think he probably got a little blinded by the light. But I mean, Happens to a lot of people. But like I said, King of Staten Island was way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought King of Staten Island was going to be terrible. I think a lot of people, from what I see online, a lot of people from Staten Island hate on him because he makes so many jokes against Staten Island.
Yeah.
And they
That's
hold
what I
that
noticed.
against him, but I don't even hold that against him because, like, isn't that what you're supposed to do if that's where you're from? Like, you're supposed to
You make fun of
where you're
yourself.
from.
Yeah,
you're making fun
yeah.
of yourself,
That's what a
like, where you're
comedian.
from. But
That's what comedians do. They make fun of themselves.
I guess like when you're from that place, you take it personal. I don't know. I remember that being like a big thing where like he would, oh, he's talking crap about something. I'm like, yeah, but he's from Staten Island. Like, is he trying to pretend he's not? Because then that's something different. But
yeah.
he's from Staten Island. Like, he knows.
He loves Staten Island. Yeah. It's his home, you know?
You know what I mean? So I didn't hold that against him. And obviously, you know, he's been successful.
Oh, you know what really blew him up?
What?
He was on the Justin Bieber roast. I remember that was a big thing.
Oh, he did roast, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure this thing's
the Justin Bieber roast was a
Oh, okay,
big
about-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I remember that really, like, I was like, whoa, he's on that.
You
like,
know,
it was good.
till next time.
Happy got to do it. Busy schedules.